by India, and hopefully will get also David Headley and in due course of time when they will further establish the fact for the complete global consumption.
Yes, thank you so much, Major General K.K. Sinha, for joining us here. Thank you, Akil, for joining us. Tahawwur Rana admits his role in the Mumbai attacks and says very clearly that yes, he is Pakistan's trusted agent. Taking a short break. Do not go anywhere, viewers. We will be right back. Much for coming right up. We'll put a focus on the stories. Clashes reported during religious procession in many states. In Lakhimpur, stones allegedly pelted on Hindu houses. And China issues message for India, says reincarnation of the Dalai Lama inherently an internal affair. Stay tuned, viewers. We are live and breaking.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
中国政府实行宗教信仰自由政策，颁有宗教事务条例和藏传佛教活佛转世管理办法，依法保护活佛转世。
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।
To Donald Trump in first attempt, when the first part of his presidency in 2017, he has come out with the tax breaks. And he has announced that he wants to boost the American economy. And he has given
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
A very good afternoon, viewers. It's 1 p.m. and you're watching Republic TV. I'm Deepak Suresh Kumar. The focus is on the BRICS summit, where the Prime Minister once again spoke tough on terror. Meanwhile, Donald Trump has waged a war on BRICS, saying that all those who align with non-American, anti-American nations will be slapped with 10% tariffs. We'll get you all that and much more after a quick check on the headlines. Big revelations by Tahawwur Rana as he admits that he was a trusted agent of Pakistan army. Clashes reported during religious procession in several states. In Lakhimpur, stones allegedly pelted on Hindu homes. Pakistani spy Jyoti Malhotra was invited by Kerala government for tourism campaign, reveals RTI. China issues a message for India, says reincarnation of Dalai Lama inherently an internal affair. Youth brutally assaulted in Bengaluru over relationship dispute. Actor Darshan case referenced. Actor Mahesh Babu gets legal notice for endorsing alleged real estate scam worth 34 lakh rupees and misleading buyers. Viewers, we have some big breaking news coming in. This as far as Tahawwur Rana's interrogation is concerned by the Mumbai crime branch, and it seems like Tahawwur Rana has cracked under pressure and he has said that he was indeed a trusted agent of Pakistan Army. Rana has admitted that he was in Mumbai during 26/11 in 2008. Rana also accepted that he visited Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus at the time of the terror attacks in Mumbai. Rana also said that 26/11 was carried out in collaboration with ISI. So this essentially means that Pakistan's public denial of its role in the Mumbai terror attacks has fallen flat. It has time and again denied, but Tahawwur Rana here has finally cracked. It's a sensational confession to the Mumbai crime branch. Rana has admitted he was a trusted agent of the Pakistan Army. He was right there in Mumbai when the blood-soaked carnage unfolded, and he visited Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus, one of the primary attack sites. And more shockingly, he's now exposed that 26/11 attacks were not just a Lashkar plot, they were a direct collaboration with Pakistan's ISI. So the cover is finally blown. The dots connect and Pakistan's hand is out in the open. But how deep does this nexus go is the big question. And will Pakistan continue to deny despite Rana's explosive, sensational admissions? Will Pakistan continue to deny? Akhil is joining us live. Akhil, a very good afternoon to you, Akhil. Tahawwur Rana has cracked under pressure. He has admitted to the role of ISI in Mumbai terror attacks. Tell us more about what you're tracking.
Well, Deepak, in case if you see right now, he has confessed this during the interrogation by the Mumbai police crime branch team. Earlier, what we have seen that the NIA has also interrogated Tahawwur Rana in connection with the case. And during this very interrogation, he has accepted that he was a very trusted agent for Pakistani establishment and the deep state of Pakistan, including the ISI as well. So at this point in time, during his confession, Tahawwur Rana has accepted that he was a trusted agent of Pakistani ISI and the Pakistani deep state in connection with the case. Because if you see at that point in time, when that incident took place back then in 2008, 26/11, at that point in time, he was there in the month of July and August. And he recceived several places. And prior to visiting to Mumbai, he also visited Agra and Trivandrum. So that's a very big very big concern initially when the NIA team was investigating the case, and in that case it was not very clear that what all those places were visited by Tahawwur Rana, because if you see, it just go by the charge sheet filed by the NIA in connection with the case. What we have seen that Tahawwur Rana is the prime accused number 2. In this case, David Coleman Headley was the prime accused number 1. So right now the NIA team has established, because the NIA has got the established links. Apart from that, they have also got the email, the confession emails in which the communication was classified, what actually was communicated between Tahawwur Rana and David Coleman Headley at that point in time. So those details were with the NIA team, and right now what we are seeing that during the interrogation by the Mumbai Police Crime Branch team, Tahawwur Rana has accepted that he was a trusted agent for the ISI. Active.
Right, Akhil, and it's also important to tell our viewers why this matters, because India's accusation against Pakistan is now backed by Rana's own words. So Pakistan can now not deny their role in the 26/11 attacks, Akhil.
Well, absolutely. If you see, Pakistan has been constantly saying that he has, the Pakistani got nothing to do with Tahawwur Rana. But what we have seen in 9/11 case, if you just see, the dreaded terrorist was Osama bin Laden was found in Pakistan as well. If you see in this very case, Tahawwur Rana has got Pakistani links, and he has got his origin from Pakistan, and then he basically got the Canadian citizenship. If you talk about David Coleman Headley, he is also of Pakistani origin, and then he got American citizenship. So right now, what is happening that the NIA team and the Mumbai Police Crime Branch team is investigating the entire matter, and they have got the details from the horse's mouth, because these were the two key players in this entire case, because they were the key players who were part of this entire nefarious plot, in which what we have seen that over 165 people lost their lives in the deadly terror attack on 26/11.
Also, Akhil, now Rana's confession could definitely, and it will, trigger a global diplomatic heat against it like never before, because all these days Pakistan had been publicly denying any role in the 26/11 attacks, but Rana's statement, Rana's admission has now exposed Pakistan's hidden hands.
Well, absolutely, Deepak. If you see, initially what we have seen that the NIA team has interrogated on the line of that what was the role Tahawwur Rana played during the time of 26/11 incident, and after that what we have seen that the NIA also questioned his link with another terror group which was part of this entire case, which includes the Lashkar-e-Taiba as well. So what was his links with Hafiz Saeed in connection with the case, and was he in touch with Hafiz Saeed and other terror elements, other terror agents back in Pakistan? So these links will be established, because right now if you see, NIA has been constantly questioning Tahawwur Rana regarding those elements as well, and the crucial part, the third part which we are saying regarding the links with the Pakistani deepest state. So right now it has been confirmed by Tahawwur Rana to the Mumbai Police Crime Branch team regarding this very incident that he was a very close associate and a trusted agent of the Pakistani deepest state, including the ISI.
Right, Akhil, stay on with me, because we also have our executive editor Shavan Sen also joining us live from the newsroom. Shavan, this clearly goes on to show that Pakistan was involved from day one, and now Pakistan could be named as the main mastermind of the 26/11 attacks.
Well, Pakistan's role in 26/11 was always known. What is essentially happening right now are two important points. One, evidence that is being gathered by the National Investigation Agency following the questioning that was also done by the Mumbai Police Crime Branch. The first thing that has been revealed by Tahawwur Rana is his presence in Mumbai during the 26/11 carnage that took place. He has admitted that he was in Mumbai. Now, that raises some very uncomfortable questions about whether whether at all the investigative agencies were aware that he was there and thereafter he fled from India, and how was that all possible? Now that remains the unanswered aspect. The second is with regards to the role of the Pakistani military. It turns out that he has admitted before the Mumbai Police Crime Branch that he acted as a military agent of the Pakistani army. In fact, he had opened up an immigration service in Mumbai, and using that, it acted as a cover for David Coleman Headley, who also happens to be the other mastermind of the 26/11 attacks. Remember, it was David Coleman Headley who had carried out the reconnaissance at various locations, not just in Mumbai, but cities like Pune, and information about vital installations that were collected by David Coleman Headley was thereafter given to Tahawwur Rana, who subsequently had given all the information to Lashkar-e-Toiba as well as the Pakistani military. The design of 26/11 was actually something that was crafted by none other than the Pakistani army. Today, Tahawur Rana, who was extradited to India on 4th of April, has basically admitted to all of what we are witnessing right now. In the next few days, we are given to understand, perhaps in a few weeks from now, the first charge sheet against Tahawur Rana would also be filed by the National Investigation Agency. There is also a very high possibility that the Mumbai Police Crime Branch could also take custody of Tahawur Rana. That's also expected in the next couple of days. In fact, the reason why Mumbai Police Crime Branch would be taking Tahawur Rana into their custody is because, remember, the first case was registered by them, and the first set of evidence was actually gathered by the Mumbai Police Crime Branch.
Also, Shravan, now will the US hand over more classified files on Rana to India because more handlers, more sleeper cells and more confessions are on its way?
Well, as far as Tahawur Rana files are concerned, remember what the focus is right now is to whether at all there are some unknown aspects. The unknown aspects are pertaining to the presence of Pakistani military. The second is the presence of other spies in India at that point in time, because remember, this was well designed, well conspired by the Pakistani army itself. The fact of the matter is that this is not just the handiwork of the Lashkar-e-Toiba, but it is the handiwork of the Pakistani army. And these are unknown aspects of 26/11 carnage, and that is the reason why the focus right now on the investigation is with regards to whether at all, apart from Tahawur Rana and David Coleman Headley, was there anyone else who was present in Mumbai when the 26/11 attack took place.
Right, Shravan, thank you for joining us with those details. Now let's move on, viewers, because former Pakistani Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has asserted that his country had no objection to extraditing terrorists like Hafiz Syed and Masood Azhar to India as a confidence-building measure. However, Bilawal Bhutto's remark did not go down well with Hafiz Syed's son Talha Syed, who claimed that his comments brought disgrace to Pakistan globally. Well, it is a very, very big statement coming in from Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, and this has put Hafiz Syed and his son Talha Syed in a very, very uncomfortable position. In fact, let me read out what Bilawal Bhutto exactly said. He said that it's part of a comprehensive dialogue with Pakistan, and terrorism is one of the issues that we discussed. This is what Bilawal Bhutto has said, and along with that, he has also added that as confidence-building measure, he won't oppose the extradition of Hafiz Syed and Masood Azhar. These are global dreaded terrorists who are seeking shelter in Pakistan, who are operating from Pakistan soil, and now we have Bilawal Bhutto, who has said that Pakistan is ready to extradite Hafiz Syed and Masood Azhar as a confidence-building exercise. But it hasn't gone down really well with Talha Syed, the son of Hafiz Syed. Let's listen in.
इंटरनेशनल न्यूज़ चैनल को इंटरव्यू देते हुए बिलावल ने जो बातें की, भारतीय सहाफ़ी के सवालात के जो जवाबात दिए, हकीकत में वो जवाब बनते नहीं थे, जिससे हम सब की पूरी पाकिस्तानी कौम की दिल आज़ारी हुई है। इस पर हम उसके इस बयानात की भरपूर मज़म्मत करते हैं। मेरे वालिद मोहतरम हाफिज़ मोहम्मद सईद हफ़िज़हुल्लाह का किरदार पाकिस्तान की खिदमत, हिफाजत और दिफा के हवाले से हमेशा रहा है।
Well, that was Talha Saeed, who has expressed his displeasure over Bilawal Bhutto's remarks, and this is an unapologetic stand because Pakistan's former foreign minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has now said that Pakistan is ready to extradite and it won't oppose the extradition of Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar, two of the most wanted terrorists. We also have Major General G.D. Bakshi joining us on the phone line. A very good afternoon to you, Major General. How do you look at Bilawal Bhutto's statement? It has certainly irked Talha Saeed, and Bilawal Bhutto has clearly said that Pakistan will not oppose the extradition. But what took them so long?
What took them so long was they have now been caught with their hands in the till. You know, the simple fact is that Tahawwur Rana was a major in the Pakistan Army Medical Corps. He was a part of the military establishment. He has confessed to his guilt that he was here in Mumbai while these attacks were organized, planned, executed. You know, it is the writ of imprimatur of the Pakistani state written all over. Bilawal Bhutto's statement is very, very interesting. But the simple fact is that will this be the stand of the Pakistan government? We've already seen Hafiz Saeed's son throw it back in a very, very rude and insulting manner. So I am not sure who Bilawal Bhutto is speaking for. We'd have to have some official confirmation. If they will go by this, then it is a step forward. It is a major step forward that they are willing to extradite Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar. That will be the way to go.
That's right. Also, Major General, this statement has definitely, irked Talha Saeed. But many thanks, Major General, for your insights on that. Now let's move on to more breaking news that's coming in. A youth was brutally assaulted in Bengaluru over a relationship dispute. An actor Darshan case is now being reminisced because in a shocking incident in Bengaluru, a youth named Kushal was brutally assaulted by a group of 8 to 10 individuals who stripped him naked, crushed his private parts and recorded the entire assault video. Something very, very similar to what happened in actor Darshan's case, where Renuka was also treated, assaulted and brutalized in a similar manner. And this incident reportedly stemmed from a relationship dispute. Kushal was previously in a 2-year relationship with a girl during his college days, which ended a few months ago, and the girl later became close to another boy, which Kushal allegedly could not accept. He could not fathom this particular fact, and he is said to have sent obscene messages to her, following which the girl, along with her new-found boyfriend and friends, plotted a revenge assault, and the group lured Kushal under the pretext of resolving the issue. And then what happened was nothing less than a filmy-style kidnapping incident, because they kidnapped him, they took him to a very secluded area near a lake and carried out the assault that you can see on your screens. They stripped him and then they assaulted him, and during the attack, one of the accused can also be heard in a video referencing the Renuka Swamy murder case involving actor Darshan, saying that this will end up like that case. The accused also threatened to make the video viral on social media. A case has been registered at the Sola Devanahalli police station. 4 accused, Hemant, Yashwant, Shivshankar and Shashank Gowda, have been arrested. Further investigations are underway. Moving on, viewers, a massive controversy has erupted over Udaipur Files, a film based on the brutal murder of Udaipur tailor Kanhaiya Lal in June 2022. And the tailor was beheaded in broad daylight for sharing a social media post in support of the then BJP leader Nupur Sharma. And Jamiat Ulema Hind has moved the Delhi, Maharashtra and Gujarat High Courts demanding a ban on the film. Here's a detailed report.
upcoming film Udaipur Files has sparked a massive controversy. Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind, the body of Islamic clerics, moved Delhi, Maharashtra and Gujarat High Courts seeking a ban on the film's release. Arshad Madni, the principal of the Darul Uloom Deoband, has opposed the film. The film is based on the killing of Udaipur tailor Kanhaiya Lal in June 2022. The elderly tailor was beheaded in broad daylight. One of the assailants, identified as Riaz, attacked Kanhaiya Lal with a sharp weapon, while the other recorded the crime on his mobile phone. According to the PIL filed by the body of clerics, the film can spread communal hatred. Meanwhile, Kanhaiya Lal's family, along with the film's producer, reached Patna Sanatan Mahkum, seeking the support of Hindu leader Acharya Dhirendra Shastri against a fatwa issued by the Jamiat.
हम पटना आए हुए हैं धीरेन्द्र शास्त्री जी के कार्यक्रम में, तो क्या मैं ये जानना चाहूंगा कि जिस तरीके से इन आतंकवादियों के साथ इनके मौलाना वगैरह सब कुछ खड़े हो जाते हैं, इनका सपोर्ट करते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं कमलेश तिवारी के केस में भी देवबंद वाले ही इनके वकील है, तो जो देश के जो संत लोग हैं क्या ये हमारा साथ देंगे और क्या उदयपुर फाइल्स का सपोर्ट करेंगे?
The Vishwa Hindu Parishad, meanwhile, has come out in support of the film, labeling the Jamiat's pushback hypocrisy. As the controversy takes center stage, it's now up to the courts to decide the fate of the film.
Viewers, moving on to what's happening between Donald Trump and Elon Musk. US President is firing back at Elon Musk's latest political stunt of floating America party. Donald Trump has called it ridiculous. Here's more.
US President Donald Trump has slammed Elon Musk's new political venture, the America Party, calling it ridiculous and warning it threatens GOP unity and the traditional two-party system.
Elon Musk starting a third party. I think it's ridiculous to start a third party. We have a tremendous success with the Republican Party. The Democrats have lost their way, but it's always been a two-party system. And I think starting a third party just adds to confusion. It really seems to have been developed for two parties. Third parties have never worked. So he can have fun with it, but I think it's ridiculous.
What's golden key back? Golden key back from Elon.
Go ahead.
What's your
Just days ago, Elon Musk announced the launch of the American Party, aimed at breaking what he calls a one-party system, dominated by Democrats and Republicans. Musk plans to focus on flipping a small number of key congressional seats to influence legislation and shake up Washington's gridlock. Once allies, Musk and Trump have grown apart. Musk served briefly in Trump's administration, but left after opposing a major tax and spend bill. Their split has sparked public clashes, with Trump warning that a third party risks splitting conservative votes and weakening the GOP. The big question now, can Musk's America Party disrupt the entrenched two-party system, or will it further divide an already fractured political landscape?
Moving on, viewers, the terror attack in Pahalgam has found a mention on the global stage. At the BRICS summit in Brazil, Prime Minister Modi has sent out a very, very strong message on Pakistan and its sponsorship of terrorism. Additionally, India is also set to sign a counter-terrorism agreement with Brazil. Here's more. Kashmir's agony found a global platform at the BRICS summit in Brazil. The deadly terror attack in Pahalgam, which took several lives, was condemned by the BRICS nations. Prime Minister Modi delivered a pointed message to Pakistan that support to terror outfits won't be tolerated.
Look at the para, it's 34, it's very clear. One is, there is unanimous condemnation of all the leaders. I think you need to know that. And it also says that condemnation in all its manifestations. and including those who abet, who finance, and either openly, covertly, or overtly, in both ways, it has been condemned. There is also reference to the cross-border movement of terrorists. It's also coming out very clearly, and the listing of terrorist groups. Then there is also a strong support for comprehensive convention against international terrorism, which was India's formulation, India's initiative in the UN for a long time, as you know that. So the message is very clear for anyone who understands the dangers of terrorism and how it can be, how it needs to be condemned, tackled not by just us. You know, there is a solidarity, there is a universal condemnation, which means all the countries are against it in any form. So that message is very clear to our neighbors.
And it didn't just end there. India's foreign policy stance was spelled out loud and clear. Prime Minister Modi is all set to sign a memorandum of understanding with Brazil on counter-terrorism cooperation.
After the talks, we are hoping to sign 4 agreements or /MOUs between the two countries, namely on renewable energy, counter-terrorism, agricultural research cooperation between ICAR, which is Indian Council for Agricultural Research, and Embrapa of Brazil, and also exchange and mutual protection of confidential information. These agreements have been finalized.
As global leaders huddled to discuss future roadmaps, India chose to talk tough on terror and made sure that the world listened. With that, viewers, it's time for a quick break. On the other side, we'll tell you about how Pakistani spy Jyoti Malhotra was invited by Kerala government for tourism campaign, and this has been revealed in an RTI. Along with that, we'll also tell you about China's message for India.
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Donald Trump, in first attempt, when the first part of his presidency in 2017, he has come out with the tax breaks. And he has announced that he wants to boost the American economy. And he has given tax breaks which were going to expire in 2025. So there was an obligation when the second term that he will extend the tax break which he has promised in 2017 to continue permanently.
We are live and breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla, getting you the latest coming in. A short while back, Donald Trump made a statement, 10% tariff warning, saying that he will go ahead and slap those tariffs on anyone, especially the BRICS, who is making out and coming out with policies which are anti-American. That is right, viewers. Back-to-back updates coming in, but as usual, the headlines first. Let's get started. Top headlines, big revelation by Tahawwur Rana. Sources say he admits that he was a trusted agent of Pakistan Army. Clash is reported during religious procession in several states. Yesterday in Lakhimpur, stones allegedly pelted on Hindu homes. Pakistani spy Jyoti Malhotra was invited by Kerala government for tourism campaign, reveals an RTI. China shows message for India, says reincarnation of Dalai Lama inherently an internal affair. Youth brutally assaulted in Bengaluru over relationship dispute, actor Darshan case referenced. And Mahesh Babu gets legal notices for endorsing alleged real estate scam worth 34 lakh rupees and misleading the buyers. Alright, getting some big breaking news coming in. Tension gripped the Nayatola Mahavir Mandir Chowk area under the Nagar Thana of Katihar, Bihar, after miscreants involved in a Muharram procession have allegedly pelted stones at local residents and the temple, triggering unrest. Viewers. In response, District Officer Manish Kumar Meena has ordered strict action against those responsible and assured that no one guilty will be spared. A former Deputy CM and Shah Nagar MLA Tarkeshwar Prasad also appealed to the public to maintain the peace and order, promising firm action against the miscreants to restore normalcy in the area. The pictures coming in, viewers, this is coming in from Bihar, ruckus during a Muharram procession. You can see those pictures as a stone pelting has been reported as local residents are pelting stones, and this is triggering a lot of unrest. We come to know that there is a order there for strict action against those who are responsible for this ruckus. And we have to move ahead right now, viewers, because we're getting violent clashes being reported in multiple places, in multiple states, including Uttar Pradesh. So next we will tell you about this next story where during a Muharram in MP, Shajapur, this time the incident happened when a procession reached Azad Chowk. So more clashes were reported there. There was allegedly a dispute that took place which eventually turned into a fight. Now the police deployed on the spot, took immediate action and brought the situation under control. So this is Shajapur, and these are violent clashes being reported in Muharram in Shajapur and MP. Those pictures coming in, incident is reported once again during a procession, and this procession reached Azad Chowk. Then you can see those pictures coming in. There was allegedly a dispute that took place which eventually turned into a fight. Okay, the police have been deployed. Satyavijay is joining us. Satyavijay, police deployed on the spot, took immediate action and brought the situation under control. If you could take our viewers what exactly happened and who started it, what the situation is right now, and what do the police suspect, what led to this clash?
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल। देखिए, मध्य प्रदेश में दो जगह पर विवाद की स्थिति बनी, शाजापुर और उज्जैन। शाजापुर की अगर बात करें तो वहां पर मुहर्रम का जो जुलूस निकल रहा था उसमें उसी समाज के, एक ही समुदाय के, मुस्लिम समुदाय के ही दो पक्षों में विवाद हुआ, जिसके बाद पुलिस ने हालात पर काबू किया। ये जो विवाद है शाजापुर का, वो आपसी कहासुनी से शुरू हुआ और रूट को लेकर हुआ, और उसके बाद मुस्लिम समाज के ही जो दो गुट हैं वो आपस में भिड़ गए। इसके अलावा बात करें उज्जैन की, तो उज्जैन में भी मुहर्रम के जुलूस के दौरान पुलिस को लाठीचार्ज करना पड़ा। दरअसल हालात ये हुए कि जो तय रूट था मुहर्रम के जुलूस का, उस तय रूट से हटके जहां पर बैरिकेडिंग की गई थी, उस रूट पर मुहर्रम के जुलूस के लोगों ने जाने की कोशिश करी। हालांकि उन्हें समझाइश दी, समझाइश पर वो जब नहीं माने तो पुलिस को लाठीचार्ज करना पड़ा, और इस लाठीचार्ज में वहां पर भगदड़ जैसे हालात बन गए। खजूर वाली मस्जिद इलाका है जहां पर कि ये घटनाक्रम हुआ उज्जैन में, जहां पर कि मुहर्रम के जुलूस से पहले ही मुस्लिम समुदाय के लोगों के साथ बैठक की गई थी। उन्होंने ये माना था कि वो गीतानगर इलाके में नहीं जाएंगे, वहां पर बैरिकेडिंग की गई। इसके बाद भी लोग वहां पर जबरन घुसने की कोशिश करने लगे। हालांकि उनका ये कहना है, मुस्लिम समाज के लोगों का ये कहना है कि वहां पर इमाम बाड़ा है और वहां पर जाना जरूरी होता है, लेकिन जब पहले से ही तय हो चुका था कि उस रूट पर नहीं जाना है, इसीलिए पुलिस ने वहां पर बैरिकेडिंग की थी।
That is right. Thank you for joining us, Satyavijay. Satyavijay joining us live as we keep getting our viewers more updates. We really have to move ahead. Thanks, Satyavijay. I have to tell our viewers about the next story we're getting, and this is stone pelting once again reported during Muharram in UP this time in Lakhimpur. The locals allege that the group specifically targeted some houses and started hurling the stones. Now, the police is investigating this case very, very closely. We are getting those pictures coming across to you as well. As you can clearly see, this is Lakhimpur, stones pelted during Muharram. You can see that this happened during a religious procession. My colleague Ajay Dubey is on the ground and is getting us the ground reality post the clashes which were reported. Let's take a look.
सर कल लगभग 5 बजे शाम की बात है। ताजिया उधर सुनसरी से निकल के आया, हमारे घर के पीछे से निकलता है और कभी रखा ना गया। कल करीब 1.5 घंटे तक ताजिया रख के दिया गया, वहां से उठाया नहीं। हमारे गांव के प्रधान जी अब्दुल हसीब जी वो भी थे साथ में। और उसके बाद में
क्या नारे लगा रहे थे और पत्थर क्यों फेंकने लगे आपके घर पर?
ये पाउडर फेंका पहले हमारे घर पे, तो हम लोगों ने मना कि घर में क्यों फेंक रहे हो पाउडर। ये हमारे लड़के ने मना किया ये पंकज को, तो जब मना करेंगे तो इनको पकड़ के खींच लिया और मारने लगे। तो हम लोग कहने ये क्या कर रहे हो, हम लोग जब दौड़े तब तक पत्थर चलने
बाहर चलते हैं, तस्वीरें और भी आपको दिखाते हैं। घर में बिखरा ये पूरा ईटा पत्थर देखिए, छत पर भी फैला हुआ ईटा। आइए छत पर चलते हैं, आपको हम तस्वीरें दिखाते हैं किस तरीके से छत पर सारा सामान बिखराया गया है। छत के ऊपर चल के देखने को हमें जो घर के मालिक है वो कह रहे हैं। और देखिए यहाँ पर कितने ईंटे पत्थर पड़े हैं, गुम्बे पड़े हैं, और ये बता रहे हैं, कहानी की बानगी बता रहे हैं कि किस अंदाज में डराने के लिए, धमकाने के लिए ये सब कुछ किया गया। यहाँ पर जो घर का सामान है वो भी टूटा हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है। घर के सामान को भी देखिए तोड़ दिया गया है। आप यहाँ पर आप बताएं अंकल, क्या किस तरफ से जा रहे थे?
ये इधर इससे जा रहे थे, पीछे से इधर से और ये इधर से पत्थर यहीं से फेंके गए, इधर से वहां से।
ये सारा पाउडर भी आपके घर के ऊपर बिखरा हुआ?
ये सर वहां तक सब पाउडर फेंका, वो वहां से सब पड़ा है सब। और ये पैनल टूट गया, देखो इस पे ईंटा।
क्या नारेबाजी क्या कर रहे थे और उनकी मंशा क्या थी? ये पत्थरबाजी कर क्यों रहे थे?
ये केवल हिंदू मुस्लिम भड़काना चाहते थे।
आप लोग को डराने की कोशिश थी?
और यहाँ हमारे घर से ये हिंदुओं का घर केवट का, इनके घर पे पत्थरबाजी, इनकी टीन टूट गई है। और वो वहाँ एक हिंदू का घर, वहाँ भी पत्थरबाजी, वहाँ भी उनके।
हम आपको जरा तस्वीरें एक बार फिर से दिखाते हैं और अंदाजा लगाइए कि किस तरीके से डराने की कोशिश की गई। कल के दिन इस गांव के हिस्से में ईंटे पत्थर छत पर भी बिखरे हुए हैं। और जरा ऊपर से ही नीचे आपको तस्वीर दिखाते हैं, एक फ्रेम। जो स्थानीय लोग हैं दरवाजे पर इकट्ठा हैं, डरे सहमे ये लोग हैं अपनी सुरक्षा को लेकर। और इन ईंटे पत्थरों को देखिए, ये ईंटे पत्थर घर पर जब फेंके गए इस मंशा से फेंके गए कि लोगों को डराया जाए। ये बताइए, सुरक्षा को लेकर डर लग रहा है आप लोग को?
बिल्कुल सर, डर तो लगी रहा है। जब इस पुलिस की मौजूदगी में ये हुआ है सर, तो डर तो लगी रहा। वो देखो वहाँ दीवार की वो ऊपर
देखिए टीन घर के सामने की दिखा रहे हैं, बाहर की तरफ अंदर की टीनें टूट चुकी हैं। जो पाउडर फेंका गया था, ये पाउडर क्या था और किस मंशा से?
पता नहीं सर क्या था ये पाउडर में, इसमें वहां से फेंक रहे। तो हम लोगों ने मना कि घर में हमारे मत फेंको, अपने उसमें फेंको।
नीचे उतरते हैं, जरा वहां भी चलकर देखते हैं, समझते हैं कि क्या मंशा थी। ये हिंदू आबादी जिस तरफ गांव की रहती है, बेहद डरी हुई ये आबादी है। सीढ़ियों पर भी आप देखेंगे गुम्मे के टुकड़े फैले हुए हैं। और जिस अंदाज में फेंके गए, लड़कों ने खुद अपने वीडियो बनाए, इंस्टाग्राम पे डाला है। अपना जो हलक दिखाने की कोशिश है, डराने की कोशिश है। घर के बाहर चलते हैं, आप बताइए घर में मौजूद थी आप जब हमला हुआ?
जी यहाँ पे थे, बच्चों को लेके ये बहू ने यहाँ पे खेल रहे थे। जब पत्थर आने लगे तो बहू इधर लेके कमरे में बच्चों को बंद कर दिया।
डर पूरा परिवार डर गया होगा?
डर के लिए, और सब सारे लोग बाहर थे, ये हम दोनों लोग।
क्या नारेबाजी कर रहे थे ये लोग?
वो सब वही खेल रहे थे, पाउडर खेल रहे थे। और उधर से
पटाखे दगाने वाली बात आई, आपने कहा कि पटाखे दगा रहे थे, ये तो देखने को मिलता नहीं है।
हाँ, पटाखे कभी नहीं दगते हैं, ना ही यहाँ पे रुकते हैं। यहाँ पे आते थे और चले जाते थे, लेकिन 1 घंटे तक रखे रहे। और हम 1-1.5 घंटा हो गया, हमने देखा कि इतनी देर तो कभी नहीं रुकते थे। उसके बाद इन्होंने यहाँ से वो यही पाउडर फेंकना शुरू किया। यहाँ पे हम लोग अपने घर के पास बैठे थे, लगभग वहाँ से 30 मीटर की दूरी पे। ये लोग झिल्लियों में उड़ा के हम लोगों घर पे फेंक रहे थे। जब हमने मना किया, नहीं सुना किसी ने, हम वहाँ पे जाके मना करने लगे तो 4-5 लोगों ने पीछे से आके हमको पकड़ लिया,
पीट दिया आपको?
हाँ।
अच्छा।
जब हमने मना किया, फिर भी वहाँ पे कोई प्रशासन नहीं बोला कुछ भी। बाद में बीच बराव कराए और फिर वो लोग क्या किए, जैसे वहाँ ये हुआ लफड़ा तो वो लेके बढ़ाए ताजिया और फिर उसके बाद उधर से पत्थर
फेंकने लगे। घर में बच्चे भी थे आपके। मुख्यमंत्री से सुरक्षा के लिए मांग क्या कीजिएगा? योगी जी से कहिएगा।
हम तो चाहते हैं सभी लोगों की गिरफ्तारी हो, जितने लोग हैं जो दोषी हैं।
अब तक
अभी किसी की गिरफ्तारी नहीं हुई।
FIR कराई है? FIR आपने कराई है?
जी, आपके नाम
आपने FIR कराई है? क्या FIR में मांग किया?
FIR में हमने कहा जितने दोषी हैं सभी लोगों को सजा होनी चाहिए, हमें कड़ी से कड़ी सजा, हमें न्याय मिलना चाहिए।
huge update coming in. It's a big success, viewers. Major success for security forces when a top Maoist commander was gunned down in an encounter in National Park area, Bijapur district. He carried a reward of 8 lakh rupees as bounty. Rifles, explosives and Maoist-related materials were all recovered from the spot. Okay, picture coming in right now, viewers. Top Maoist commander killed. Left-hand side, right-hand side, arms and ammunition which has been recovered. All right, let's go straight across to my colleague who's joining us. Bharat is joining us live from Bijapur. Bharat, I'm just coming across to you right now. Top Maoist has now been eliminated, and this is coming in, of course, as Amit Shah had made it very clear, Union Home Minister, that India will be a Maoist-free nation by the year 2026. Yes.
देखिए मैं आपको बता दूं, जिस तरीके से बीजापुर जिले के अंतर्गत इंद्रावती एरिया जो इलाका पड़ता है, जो उस इलाके पे माओवादियों की सूचना के तर्ज पे पुलिस के जवानों के द्वारा उस इलाके पे एंटी नक्सल ऑपरेशन पे निकले थे। लगातार जो ऑपरेशन है वो चल रही थी। इस ऑपरेशन में जो माओवादी हैं जिस इलाके पे तैनात थे, वो पूरा इलाका एक तरीके से नक्सलियों का आरामदायक इलाका भी कहा जाता है। जिस तरीके से देश के गृह मंत्री अमित शाह ने जो डेडलाइन तय किया है 31 मार्च यानी 2026 तक माओवाद को समाप्त कर देंगे। चाहे आंधी आए, चाहे तूफान आए, चाहे बारिश हो, या आंधी नाले उफान पर भी होने से भी जो जवान है उनकी जो बुझावा की ताकत है वो उस इलाके पे भी जाएंगे जिस इलाके पे पहुंचना पॉसिबल नहीं होता है। ऐसे में जिसके तर्ज पे ही लगातार बारिश हो रही है, इन बारिश के बावजूद सुरक्षा बल के जो जवान है, एसटीएफ, डीआरजी और संयुक्त जो बीजापुर की जो बल है वो उस इलाके पे निकले थे जिस इलाके पे माओवादियों की मौजूदगी थी, यानी उनकी आमद थी। जिस तरीके से उस इलाके पे निकले, लगातार जो माओवादी हैं पुलिस को देखते ही फायरिंग करने की कोशिश कर रहे थे। बताया ये जा रहा था कि छोटे मोटे नक्सली नहीं, बड़े कैडर के नक्सली, यानी पीएलजी बटालियन नंबर 1 की जो कंपनी होती है उसकी बटालियन के जो माओइस्ट हैं उनकी मौजूदगी उस इलाके पे है, जिसकी सूचना पे पुलिस वहां पे निकलती है। पुलिस को देखने के बाद माओवादी जो है वो फायरिंग करने की कोशिश करते हैं, लोकेशन ले लेते हैं। लगातार जो फायरिंग है वो देखने को मिलती है। गोलियों की जो आवाज है, तड़तड़ाहट की जो आवाज है वो इर्द गिर्द के जो गांव है वहां तक आने लगती है। लगातार जिस तरीके से वहां पे हालात देखने को मिल रही थी, बारिश हो रही थी, बारिश होने के बावजूद बस्तर आईजीपी सुंदरराज की अगर बात की जाए वो लगातार पूरे
thank you for getting those details. Yes, absolutely. Top Maoist commander has now been eliminated. He has been killed. We have to move ahead. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. We really have to move ahead. We're getting some breaking news coming in. 3 miscreants riding a bike through petrol bomb at a house, and this is coming in town of Jalandhar, and tried to damage the house. Footage is on your screen. What do you see on your screen? Now you can see how these unknown youths are coming on a motorcycle, and they are throwing these bottles filled with petrol and then going ahead and running away. Police have launched an investigation into the matter, getting in a reaction also from the BJP on the prevailing law and order situation in Punjab.
पंजाब में कानून व्यवस्था जब से आम आदमी पार्टी आई है ध्वस्त हो चुकी है। एक के बाद एक ग्रेनेड हमले के बाद, लगभग 1 डजन से ज्यादा ग्रेनेड हमले के बाद अब एक और ऐसा हमला पेट्रोल बम के द्वारा जालंधर में हुआ है। लोग आते हैं बाइक पर, बम फेंक कर चले जाते हैं। कानून पुलिस का कोई डर नहीं, क्योंकि कानून व्यवस्था ध्वस्त है। आम आदमी पार्टी अपनी सत्ता की लालच में मस्त है। केजरीवाल जी की सिक्योरिटी में पुलिस को व्यस्त करके रखा है, इसीलिए जनता की कोई चिंता नहीं। मोहाली में पुलिस हेडक्वार्टर पर आरपीजी हमला होता है, कट्टरपंथियों को खुली छूट दी जाती है, सिद्धू मूसेवाला की दिन दहाड़े हत्या होती है, किडनैपिंग, मर्डर हो रहे हैं, इंटरनेशनल कबड्डी प्लेयर मारा जा रहा है, नशा कारोबारी जो है वो धड़ल्ले से नशा बेच रहे हैं। और कानून व्यवस्था कहाँ पे व्यस्त है? राजनीतिक शत्रुओं के पीछे। और इसीलिए आज पंजाब में जो स्थितियां बनी हुई हैं ये आम आदमी पार्टी की निकम्मेपन की और उनके पुलिस के दुरुपयोग का एक प्रकार से प्रमाण है। भगवंत मान जी नाम के मुख्यमंत्री तो है, परंतु काम दिल्ली से हो रहा है। दिल्ली के आम आदमी पार्टी के नेता सरकार और पुलिस को चला रहे हैं और आज स्थिति बद से बदतर होती जा रही कानून की।
Getting you some more updates coming in next segment. Bharat in 5 minutes. As it started, massive fire broke out at a godown inside a truck parking area in Navi Mumbai of Maharashtra. Firefighting at the godown, which is located near the agricultural produce market, is underway, and several vehicles, trucks, tempos have been destroyed in the fire. Trucks belonging to Kashmiri transporters were also destroyed. Massive fire also erupted at a paper factory in Ghaziabad of Uttar Pradesh early this morning. Fire engines have reached the spot and efforts to control the blaze are underway. No casualties or injuries have been reported from the incident so far. Devotees attending in Damannath Yatra in Jammu and Kashmir have been given radio frequency identification cards. These cards will be used to track the movement of pilgrims during the ongoing Yatra. Ramban District Informatics Center has set up many card distribution counters manned by trained computer operators at Yatri Nivas and Langar sites.
हमारे आईडी ऑलरेडी चंडीगढ़ से बन चुके थे। यहाँ हम लोग आरएफआईडी अपनी बनवाने के लिए आए हैं और इसका हमें बहुत बड़ा बेनिफिट है। बहुत अच्छी तरीके से दे आर हेल्पिंग अस एंड इसके हमारी कहीं भी लोकेशन है हम लोग उस आरएफआईडी कार्ड के थ्रू लोकेट कर सकते हैं। ये बहुत अच्छा कदम उठाया है सरकार ने हमारी सेफ्टी के लिए।
A woman and two youngsters were killed in a clash and firing between the two groups in Bihar in a village. In the Dumravan village, a fight broke out among the children of two neighbouring families which turned violent when both sides started firing. 22-year-old Anu Kumari and 24-year-old Himanshu Kumar sustained gunshot wounds to their heads and were rushed to the Model Hospital in Bihar. And then the doctors declared them dead on arrival. Victims' families then staged a protest at the hospital gate. DSP Ramdullah Prasad stated that 5 to 6 people have been arrested. Raids are currently being conducted to nab the others. Devotees in large numbers have gathered to witness the consecration ceremony taking place in Tamil Nadu, where we see that the consecration ceremony began with the puja, which took place on July 1st in the temple. The event today has happened between 6:15 to 6:50 a.m. The previous ceremony was held 16 years ago in 2009. Madhya Pradesh CM Mohan Yadav will be heading to Punjab's Ludhiana. He shared that ever since India's government was formed, new employment opportunities, especially for the youth, have been continuously emerging in Madhya Pradesh. He said the efforts are underway to promote industries in the state, particularly crop-based industries, so that crops receive fair prices. Industries for dairy products are also being established. He says that earlier he visited Surat and Bengaluru, and now he will be visiting Ludhiana for this purpose. Many areas of Uttarakhand are experiencing torrential rainfall, due to which the Indian Met Department has issued an alert in state for the next 3 days. Heavy rainfall in Rudraprayag district and other areas of Uttarakhand have increased the water flow in the river. The river is still flowing below the danger mark. A motor bridge has also been washed out in Rudraprayag, due to which many dozen of villages have been completely cut off. Earlier in the week, Yamunotri National Highway was blocked at 2 points. Uttarkashi police have shared it will take time to restore the route. 17 villagers from Chhattisgarh's village were trapped in the floods. They had gone to the area to do agricultural work. All 17 villagers have now been rescued. A rescue operation was conducted by a joint team throughout the night under the direction of Collector Ajit Vasant. The team of the Revenue Department, Pali Police Station, Disaster Management, Nagar Sena and the State Disaster Team conducted a joint rescue operation. Viewers, let's move ahead right now. The top court has agreed to urgently list petitions challenging the Election Commission's decision to carry out a special intensive revision of electoral rules in Bihar. Supreme Court will hear batch of pleas on July 10th. Here's more to the story.
The Supreme Court of India has agreed to hear a batch of petitions against the Election Commission's decision to carry out a special intensive revision of electoral rolls in Bihar, a move that comes just ahead of the assembly elections. The plea was mentioned for urgent hearing before a bench of Justices Sudhanshu Dhulia and Joy Malia Bagchi. The petitions have been filed by political parties like the TMC and the RJD. Both of these parties have raised concerns over the Election Commission's June order, requiring all voters not listed in the 2003 rolls to submit fresh documentation proving their eligibility, marking the beginning of a likely nationwide exercise. Opposition is claiming that the move violates key constitutional rights, including the right to equality, freedom of expression and the right to vote, as well as election laws like Representation of People's Act. The petitioners fear that the revision drive could arbitrarily remove lakhs of legitimate voters from the rolls without proper notices or process, threatening the fairness of the upcoming election cycle.
Let's move ahead right now. Massive controversy has erupted over Udaipur Files. This is a film based on the brutal murder of Udaipur tailor Kanhaiya Lal. Okay, let's move ahead right now. We also have other stories we're tracking at this point of time. We'll talk about the BRICS right now. That is right. The Prime Minister Modi has made a very important statement at the BRICS. A terror attack in Pahalgam has found mention on the world stage. At the BRICS summit in Brazil, Prime Minister Modi sent out a strong message to Pakistan on terrorism and said India is all set to sign a counter-terrorism agreement with Brazil. Here's more. Take a look.
Kashmir's agony found a global platform at the BRICS summit in Brazil. The deadly terror attack in Pahalgam, which took several lives, was condemned by the BRICS nations. Prime Minister Modi delivered a pointed message to Pakistan that support to terror outfits won't be tolerated.
Look at the para, it's 34, it's very clear. One is, there is unanimous condemnation of all the leaders. I think you need to know that. And it also says that condemnation in all its manifestations, and including those who abet, who finance, and either openly, covertly or overtly, in both ways, it has been condemned. There is also reference to the cross-border movement of terrorists. It's also coming out very clearly. And the listing of terrorist groups. Then there is also a strong support for comprehensive convention on against international terrorism, which was India's formulation, India's initiative in the UN for a long time, as you know that. So the message is very clear for anyone who understands the dangers of terrorism and how it can be how it needs to be condemned, tackled not by just us. You know, there is a solidarity, there is a universal condemnation, which means all the countries are against it in any form. So that message is very clear to our neighbors.
And it didn't just end there. India's foreign policy stance was spelled out loud and clear. Prime Minister Modi is all set to sign a memorandum of understanding with Brazil on counter-terrorism cooperation.
After the talks, we are hoping to sign 4 agreements or /MOUs between the two countries, namely on renewable energy, counter-terrorism, agricultural research cooperation between ICAR, which is Indian Council for Agricultural Research, and Embrapa of Brazil, and also exchange and mutual protection of confidential information. These agreements have been finalized.
As global leaders huddled to discuss future roadmaps, India chose to talk tough on terror and made sure that the world listened.
And viewers, President Donald Trump is firing back at Elon Musk's surprise new political move, the launch of the America Party. Trump calls it ridiculous and warns it could fracture the Republican Party. Here's a report.
US President Donald Trump has slammed Elon Musk's new political venture, the America Party, calling it ridiculous and warning it threatens GOP unity and the traditional two-party system.
Elon Musk starting a third party.
I think it's ridiculous to start a third party. We have a tremendous success with the Republican Party. The Democrats have lost their way, but it's always been a two-party system. And I think starting a third party just adds to confusion. It really seems to have been developed for two parties. Third parties have never worked. So he can have fun with it, but I think it's ridiculous.
What's your feedback? golden key back from Elon.
Go ahead.
What's your
Just days ago, Elon Musk announced the launch of the American Party, aimed at breaking what he calls a one-party system, dominated by Democrats and Republicans. Musk plans to focus on flipping a small number of key congressional seats to influence legislation and shake up Washington's gridlock. Once allies, Musk and Trump have grown apart. Musk served briefly in Trump's administration, but left after opposing a major tax and spend bill. Their split has sparked public clashes, with Trump warning that a third party risks splitting conservative votes and weakening the GOP. The big question now, can Musk's America Party disrupt the entrenched two-party system, or will it further divide an already fractured political landscape?
And viewers, sports were coming right up. Pakistani spy Jyoti Malhotra was invited by the Kerala government for tourism campaign, reveals an RTI. And viewers, China issues message for India, says reincarnation of the Dalai Lama inherently an internal affair. Stay tuned.
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi, and National Law School Bengaluru.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग स्टिक भी बन सकती है।
MDH की देगी मिर्च,
देगी मिर्च का तड़का, अंग अंग फड़का।
MDH की देगी मिर्च।
Donald Trump in first attempt, when the first part of his presidency in 2017, he has come out with the tax breaks. And he has announced that he wants to boost the American economy. And he has given
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
MDH।
国政府实行宗教信仰自由政策，颁有宗教事务条例和藏传佛教活佛转世管理办法，依法。
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Top headlines. Big revelation by Tahawwur Rana. Sources say he admits that he was a trusted agent of Pakistan Army. Clashes reported during religious procession in several states yesterday in Lakhimpur. Stones allegedly pelted on Hindu houses. A Pakistani spy, Jyoti Malhotra, was invited by Kerala government for tourism campaign, reveals RTI. China issues message for India, says reincarnation of the Dalai Lama inherently an internal affair. Youth brutally assaulted in Bengaluru over relationship dispute, actor Darshan case reference. Mahesh Babu gets legal notice for endorsing alleged real estate scam worth 34 lakh rupees and misleading buyers. Good afternoon! We are live and breaking. I'm Shivangi Shukla getting you the latest coming in. China rejects US tariff threat. That is right. China rejects US tariff threat over BRICS alignment. The Chinese government criticized the use of tariffs as a tool of coercion and pressure after US President Trump warned that he could impose an additional 10% tariff on countries that align themselves with the BRICS bloc. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning said that BRICS cooperation is open and inclusive and not directed against any nation, and reiterated that China opposes trade wars and arbitrary tariff measures. Comments come after Trump boasted on social media sanctions for countries that align themselves with BRICS, which held its 17th Leaders Summit on Sunday in Rio de Janeiro without the physical presence of the presidents of China and Russia. That is right, viewers. Back-to-back is coming in right now. China rejects US tariff threat over BRICS alignment. And remember that this is coming just after Donald Trump, I repeat, Donald Trump had said that anyone who aligns themselves with anti-American statements and policies will be slapped with 10% tariff on nations which side with BRICS. He's warned that the countries which side with the policies of the BRICS alliance that go against US interests will be hit with an extra 10% tariff. Trump has criticized BRICS again and again. Remember, BRICS consists of members like Russia, India, China, which were designed to boost countries' international standing and challenge the US and Western Europe. But what we see right now is that Donald Trump had written on Truth Social, any country aligning themselves with the anti-American policies of BRICS will be charged an additional 10% tariff. There will be no exception to this policy. Post that, we're coming to know that China has rejected US tariff threat over the BRICS alignment. The Chinese government criticized the use of tariffs as a tool of coercion and pressure after US President Trump warned that he could impose an additional 10% tariff on countries that align themselves with the BRICS bloc. That is right. Back-to-back is coming in right now on Republic TV. And this is coming in, viewers. This is coming in, viewers, as we see that already a deadline for countries to agree a tariff deal with the US has been set for 9 July, but US officials now say they will begin on 1st of August. Back-to-back is coming in right now, viewers, where we see that Trump says very, very clearly that he will slap 10% tariff on nations that side with the BRICS. I'm being joined by a senior executive editor, Abhishek Kapoor, on this. Abhishek, what do you really make out of this statement coming in from Trump and China's reaction? China has rejected the statement of Trump. Okay, we'll go to Abhishek in a short while from now. We'll try to go to Abhishek, but we see that now the other countries are reacting to Donald Trump's latest tariff threat, where China has rejected U.S. tariff threat over the BRICS alignment. Chinese government criticized the use of tariffs as a tool of coercion and pressure after U.S. President Donald Trump warned that he could impose an additional 10% tariffs on countries that align themselves with the BRICS bloc. Kruthat is joining us live from our Republic newsroom. Good afternoon to you, Kruthat. You know, we have seen Donald Trump make one statement after the other when it comes to tariff and tariff war. But this time he has gone ahead and made a statement on slapping 10% tariff on nations which side with the BRICS bloc. But China is rejecting it.
Indeed, and Shivangi, this is a big development that is coming in because President Trump just earlier this morning had tweeted that if any nation supporting the BRICS or any of the BRICS member nations act on a policy that is anti-American, then they will have to face a 10% tariff. Now, this is substantially lower than his original threat of about 100% tariff, but nonetheless, the tariff threat is looming now on BRICS countries. This particular threat is being looked in the context of a possible conversation around a BRICS currency or an introduction to an alternative global trade currency that would rival the US dollar, something that India as a nation, as a founding member of the BRICS, has always rejected as a matter of policy. However, the Trump's recent threat has now initially got a reaction from the Chinese because the Chinese and the Russians are very keen on de-dollarization, and subsequently now the Chinese Communist Party is reacting to President Trump's threat, saying that through coercion and bullying he will not get his way. But remember, China was also one of the key countries that in fact came to an understanding with the United States all the way back in June on critical minerals, a deal that Trump had even announced before the CCP could even acknowledge it, and later on subsequently before Operation Rising Lion, Trump even accused the China of violating the deal that they had cracked in Geneva. So the back and forth between the US and China is continuing. Obviously, there is no complete trade deal that has been coming into picture. It's only 2 days now. 48 hours remain on the July 9 deadline that was self-imposed by President Donald Trump, and yet no significant deals apart from the United Kingdom and Vietnam in hand. There is also pressure on whether the United States is also going to send letters to over 170 nations of the world, giving them a blanket tariff rate that they are going to unilaterally decide and start imposing after the 90-period hiatus or the relaxation period that Trump had self-granted after pressure from his own economy subsequently. So there is a huge political development happening, a fight emerging between the BRICS nations and China retaliating against the United States threat of imposing 10% tariff. But the day 2 of the BRICS summit will continue in Rio de Janeiro today, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is, of course, in attendance. India's reaction to this still awaited.
All right. Thank you for joining us there, Krutha, with all those details. I will be coming back to you for more on the story as we see that tariff war get a little bit more intense with Donald Trump's latest statement. But we're getting some more breaking updates coming in. Let's go to the next breaking update coming in. Big breaking news in the 26/11 terror plot. The Musk is off. A terror link is exposed. Rana, Tahawwur Rana, the man who was once walking Mumbai streets as blood was being spilled, has now confessed to the Mumbai crime branch. He admits he was a trusted agent of the Pakistan army, trained by the Lashkar-e-Taiba, and was present in Mumbai during the 26/11 carnage. He visited Chhatrapati Shivaji terminus, exact site where the bullets rained. But here's the biggest bombshell. Rana says the 26/11 attacks were not just a Lashkar operation. They were carried out in full collaboration with Pakistan's ISI. Pakistani establishment is now caught red-handed. I want to go across to my colleague Akil. Akil, the ISI, Pakistan Army and Lashkar were working hand in hand, hand in glove to unleash the terror on Indian soil. And these confessions from Rana are quite shocking. But India is not surprised. India has been suspecting this all along. Okay, we're having some trouble getting to Akil. We will just go across to Akil. We'll go to Akil in a short while from now. And we have a guest. We have a guest joining us right now on Republic TV. With us, we have Major General G.D. Bakshi, defense expert, joining us, and Major General K.K. Sinha also joining us. I just want to go across to Major General G.D. Bakshi. Major General, very, very clearly, Rana admits role, and he's saying He's saying, I was Pakistan's trusted man. Now, this is something we have been telling, India has been telling the entire world this. And once Rana was extradited, he has finally confessed. Major General.
We all expected that Rana would sing like a canary when in Indian custody. And he has. He has spilled all the beans. The simple fact is this man was a major in the Pakistan Army Medical Corps. Then he resigned and left, opened his travel agency in, immigration agency in the United States. And there he teamed up with David Coleman Headley. He has spilled the beans as to how Headley was trained by the Lashkar-e-Toiba. That how he was an agent for Pakistan and how he was in Mumbai during 26/11, how he helped plan it in detail and get it executed. He is one of the masterminds of this terror plot, and he has been brought to justice. And like I said, he is implicating the higher-ups in Pakistan, left, right, and center. How can the Pakistani state deny its connections with Tahawwur Rana, a former major in their army, right? They have been lying through their teeth all along, and now they are caught. And we have the famous now quote from Bilawal Bhutto, who says that they have no objections to extraditing Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar. Now, I don't know on whose behalf he has made that statement, because it has been hotly contested by the son of Hafiz Saeed. And last time also we had seen how after 26/11, we had given them kilotons of evidence in the form of dossiers. They had thrown them in the trash can. The courts, Pakistani courts, had refused to take them on record and said they are fiction. So what cooperation can you expect from a state which is a known sponsor of terrorism, whose central tenet of the policy is to use terrorism as a tool of statecraft? They have been doing it all along. Their terrorist minions are expendable. They couldn't give a tuppence for them. The real terrorists are the Pakistan Army, the Pakistan ISI. And I think we should now graduate to hitting them directly.
Right, Major General G.D. Bakshi. We also have Major General K.K. Sinha. So as General Bakshi said, that it's something that we all knew all along. Even in 26/11 probe, we saw that it was proven very well that that Kasab was from Pakistan, and despite that, we see there was we've not seen this unequivocal support for India. We've not seen this, the world coming together against Pakistan. This time, do you feel, now that this man called Tahawwur Rana has said that it was not just a Lashkar operation, but there was ISI also involved, the Pak army was involved. So what implication could it have now in today's time?
Good afternoon and Jai Hind General Bakshi here, our veteran. Look, Swami, what has been brought out that is spilling the bin, that Tahawwur Rana, who's a Pak-born Canadian nationalist, he has crossed over to United States of America, and there also he opened that. That is there, and he has been extradited to India on 10th April 2025. And see, 22nd April, when Pahalgam happens, because it's got linkages. And in Pahalgam, and then we have got, Operation Sindoor, which we have launched on 7th of May. Now, coming to, Tahawwur Rana and Devon Headley, Colin Headley, their connections and the connection with the ISI. They are the childhood friend, and including the Field Marshal, now the Field Marshal of Pakistan, they are the, same school and the college they belong. Even this guy who's the Field Marshal now. And he is the former, Pak military doctor from Pak military, the medical corps. See what has been revealed. What are the charges when we have put? Conspiring with the LET, linked with ISI operative Major Iqbal. That is very important. linked with ISI, and he has, spilled the bin, this particular part, which is that he had the linkages with ISI. He has been trained at Markaje Toiba, at Muridke, which was destroyed on 7th of May during Operation Sindoor. This is the center of LET, and there, he, along with David Colin Headley, they were trained over there. So it is in our dossier. It is now what we are saying, and now he is confessing that. He has confessed not under the duress. He has confessed it in front of the legal system in India. He has been trained along with David Colin Headley, that he is accepted. And the involvement of Major Iqbal, who was the operative during 26/11, from Pakistan, that has come. And terrorism and murder, the charges are that, the third charge which he has got. So when you connect the dots, and what General Bakshi was saying, that we know, the world knows about it.
Right,
you are
sir.
asking what will happen now. You have used the, you have given the example of Qassab, where's the Pakistan. See, after that, three more things have happened. In the SCO meeting, our Raksha Mantri has gone over there. He has refused to sign the joint statement because they have not included the name of Pakistan. Then, Quad meeting in the United States of America, our foreign minister was there. The joint statement has not included the name of Pakistan. They have not refused. They have condemned what happened in Pahalgam, but they have not used.
Right, sir.
Same, BRICS, we have able to get it. So the things, what I am trying to bring it out, even in there, globally, and especially the major player is dilly-dallying. They are not naming Pakistan. But now we have put the evidence in front of the whole globe.
Absolutely.
And worldwide, this is going. So it is a great achievement that we have done, and it is legally done.
Right, General Sinha. Yes, Pakistan has all the reasons to tremble, sir.
Absolutely.
Right, yes, General Sinha, absolutely. Well, Pakistan has all the reasons to tremble, and even more now, and everything is on record. We will, of course, continue to keep a close eye on developments on the same. General KK Sinha, thank you so much for joining us on Bubble TV with your thoughts on this. Viewers, in fact, we will just shift our focus to more news. How Pakistan, in fact, has again been caught in this infighting battle. Viewers, former Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Sardari has stunned his own country, openly saying that Pakistan has no objection to extraditing global terrorists like Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar to India. This isn't just a political statement, it's a direct hit at Pakistan's terror factories. Now what follows? A meltdown from Hafiz Saeed's camp. His son, Talha Saeed, now publicly accuses Bilawal of disgracing Pakistan on the world stage. Pakistan's terror sympathizers are rattled, their safe havens are being questioned now.
इंटरनेशनल न्यूज़ चैनल को इंटरव्यू देते हुए बिलावल ने जो बातें की, भारतीय सहाफ़ी के सवालात के जो जवाबात दिए, हकीकत में वो जवाब बनते नहीं थे, जिससे हम सब की पूरी पाकिस्तानी कौम की दिल आज़ारी हुई है। इस पर हम उसके इस बयानात की भरपूर मज़म्मत करते हैं। मेरे वालिद मोहतरम हाफिज़ मोहम्मद सईद हफ़िज़हुल्लाह का किरदार पाकिस्तान की खिदमत, हिफाजत और दिफा के हवाले से हमेशा रहा है।
All right, Major General D.D. Bakshi continues to be with us. General Bakshi, well, we have heard Bilawal Bhutto making that sort of conditional, offer, and then you have the backlash from Hafiz Saeed's camps. But first, I want to understand from you, what is really behind Bilawal Bhutto's sudden offer?
Because Pakistan also realizes that it has been caught by the juggler. The simple fact is the Indus Water Treaty will be held in abeyance till Pakistan behaves. And Pakistan has no option but to come around. And maybe this is the first sign of them coming around and trying to mend fences with India. Because they know that hostility with India will lead to the destruction of the Pakistani state. Right? The only point to be considered is who is Bilawal Bhutto speaking on behalf of. He is not a minister. He used to be the foreign minister earlier, but now he holds no official position in the Pakistan government. So is he speaking on behalf of the present Pakistan government, or is it a personal view? And if it is just a personal view, I don't know what it is worth, because it has been hotly contested. Extradition of these two terror functionaries, top functionaries, Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar, will be contested in the courts. And it could take years and years and years. So I don't know what this offer is worth, but it is a welcome change at least to hear some sober noises coming out of Pakistan.
Right, General Bakshi, thank you so much for joining us with your thoughts, your insights on that story. We will now shift our focus to some more news from across the country. This is Bharat in 5 minutes. A massive fire broke out at the go-down side at truck parking area in Navi Mumbai of Maharashtra. Firefighting at the go-down, which is located near the Agricultural Produce Market Committee market, is underway. Several vehicles, mostly trucks and tempos, have been destroyed. Trucks belonging to Kashmiri transporters also destroyed. A massive fire also erupted at a paper factory in Ghaziabad of Uttar Pradesh early this morning. Fire engines have reached the spot. Efforts to control the blaze underway. No casualties and injuries have been reported from the incident so far. A massive devotees attending the Amarnath Yatra in Jammu and Kashmir have been given radio frequency identification cards. These cards will be used to track the movement of pilgrims during the ongoing Yatra. Raman District Informatics Centre has set up several card distribution counters manned by trained computer operators at Yatri Nivas and Langar sites.
हमारे आईडी ऑलरेडी चंडीगढ़ से बन चुके थे। यहाँ हम लोग RFID अपनी बनवाने के लिए आए हैं और इससे हमें बहुत बड़ा बेनिफिट है। बहुत अच्छी तरीके से दे आर हेल्पिंग अस एंड इसके हमारी कहीं भी लोकेशन है हम लोग उस RFID कार्ड के थ्रू लोकेट कर सकते हैं। ये बहुत अच्छा कदम उठाया है सरकार ने हमारी सेफ्टी के लिए।
A woman and two youngsters were killed in a clash and firing between two groups in Dumrawan village in Bihar. A fire broke out among the children of two neighbouring families, which turned violent when both sides started firing. 22-year-old Anu Kumari and 24-year-old Himanshu Kumar sustained gunshot wounds to their heads and were rushed to Model Hospital in Bihar Sharif. The doctors declared them dead on arrival. Victims' families then staged a protest at the hospital gate. DSP Ramdullah Prasad says that 5 to 6 people have been arrested. Raids are being currently conducted to nab others. Devotees in large numbers have gathered to witness a consecration ceremony called the Kumbhabhishekam, taking place in Tiruchendur of Tamil Nadu. The consecration ceremony began with a puja which took place on the 1st of July in the temple. The event took place at 6:15 a.m. and 6:50 a.m. The previous Kumbhabhishekam was held 16 years ago in 2009. Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav will be heading to Punjab's Ludhiana today. He shared that ever since India's government was formed, India Alliance's government was formed, new employment opportunities, especially for the youth, have been continuously emerging in Madhya Pradesh. The government of BJP, he says, that is. He said that efforts are underway to promote industries in the state, particularly crop-based industries, so that crops receive fair prices. Many areas of Uttarakhand are experiencing torrential rainfall due to which Indian Met Department has issued an alert in the state for the next 3 days. Heavy rainfall in Rudraprayag and adjacent areas of Uttarakhand has increased the water flow in the Alaknanda river. The river is still flowing below the danger mark. Motor bridge on the Barsir-Bandanital motor road in Rudraprayag has been washed out, due to which many a dozen villages in Bangar area have been completely cut off. Earlier in the week, the Yamunotri National Highway was blocked at 2 points. Uttarkashi police shared that it will take time to restore the route. 17 villagers from Chhattisgarh's Thukupatra village were trapped in floods. They had gone to the area to do agriculture work. All 17 villagers have now been rescued. A rescue operation was conducted by a joint team throughout the night under the direction of Collector Ajit Vasant. The team of the Revenue Department, Pali Police Station, District Disaster Management and the State Disaster Team conducted a joint rescue operation. Time for a short. Alright, viewers, we have some breaking news coming in. Crackdown on illegal immigrants in Delhi continues. And 18 illegal Bangladeshis and Raiders have been deported. 29 in fact. 29 illegal immigrants, that includes 18 Bangladeshis, have been deported. So the crackdown against the illegal immigrants in the national capital continues. Dwarka District Police have apprehended and deported 29 foreign nationals. That includes 18 Bangladeshis residing illegally in India. And this is, of course, in the latest round of the arrests as far as these immigrants, the illegal immigrants are concerned. 4 Nigerians, also included 2 nationals from the Ivory Coast, have also been arrested. Now they are going to be deported. All right, we will shift our focus to other stories that we're tracking. Many areas of Uttarakhand are experiencing torrential rainfall. The Indian Met Department has issued an alert of heavy rainfall in Uttarakhand for the next 3 days. A motor bridge on the Barsir-Badhanital motor road in Rudraprayag was washed out, due to which many a dozen villages in Bangar area were completely cut off. Here's more.
Uttarakhand has been hit by torrential rainfall. Heavy rainfall is on the forecast for Uttarkashi, Tehri, Bagheshwar, Dehradun and Rudraprayag. The India Meteorological Department has issued an alert of heavy rainfall in Uttarakhand for the next 4 days on Sunday. Earlier in the week, the Yamunotri National Highway was blocked at 2 points between Silai Band and Ojri, severely affecting local travel and pilgrimage traffic. According to Uttarkashi police, it will take time to restore the route. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami has conducted an aerial survey of the disaster-affected area. Travel has also been affected in Rudraprayag due to a motor bridge on the Barsir-Badhanital motor road being washed out. Rainfall is also being experienced in other parts of India, including Delhi. A red alert has been issued in Pune. Fishermen have also been advised not to venture into the sea along and off the coasts of Konkan, Goa, Gujarat and North Karnataka.
A short break, viewers, but we get you the latest on Pakistani spy Jyoti Malhotra. Now, what we know is that she was invited by the Kerala government for tourism campaigns, revealed by an RTI. Also, China issues message for India, says reincarnation of the Dalai Lama inherently an internal affair.
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो पतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार, विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Donald Trump, in first attempt, when the first part of his presidency in 2017, he has come out with the tax breaks. And he has announced that he wants to boost the American economy. And he has given tax break which were going to expire in 2025. So there was an obligation when the second term that he will extend the tax break which he has promised in 2017 to continue permanently. And that's the big beautiful bill is that
In the India Today Best Universities Survey, India's #1 ranked universities in various streams are JNU Delhi, Amity University, AIMS Delhi, IIT Delhi and National Law School Bengaluru.
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध, MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
watching Republic TV with me, Akanksha Khajure. In the next half an hour, we'll tell you about this big admission by 2611 mastermind Tahawwur Rana. But first, as always, the headlines. Big revelation by Tahawwur Rana. Sources say that he admits that he was a trusted agent of the Pakistani army. Clashes reported during religious procession in several states yesterday in Lakhimpur in Uttar Pradesh. Stones were pelted on the Hindu houses. China responds to Trump's tariff threat, calls it a measure of coercion. Pakistani spy Jyoti Malhotra was invited by the Kerala government for tourism campaign, and this is what has come to the fore through RTI. China has issued a message for India, says reincarnation of Dalai Lama inherently an internal affair. Mahesh Babu gets legal notice for endorsing a real estate scam worth 34 lakh rupees and misleading the buyers. In fact, we have breaking news coming in from Maharashtra. Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Nirupam has slammed MNS after a video of a leader, son hurling abuse at Marathi-speaking women has gone viral on social media. He says that the real face of those who claim to protect Marathi pride is now exposed. So in the visuals, you can see that this is a video that has gone viral on social media of a MNS leader's son hurling abuses at Marathi-speaking women. And this video has garnered a sharp criticism from the Shiv Sena leader. Sanjay Nirupam has said that this in fact shows the real face of those who claim to protect the Marathi pride. In fact, on cam, you can see that is the MNS leader's son, which was in fact at night was seen harassing a woman and hurling abuses at her. And this video has gone viral on social media. Sharp criticism coming to the fore from the leaders there in Maharashtra, saying that now this is the real face of MNS that has been exposed by this viral video that you can see on the screen. This man that you can see on the screen is the son of MNS leader who was seen harassing a woman there in Maharashtra, hurling abuses at her. And what we are learning is that this was a Marathi-speaking woman who was abused by the MNS leader's son in this video. In fact, Shiv Sena has hit out at MNS, saying that this is now their real face that has been exposed. Shiv Sena has said that people who claim to protect the Marathi pride have now been exposed, as what we're learning is that this lady in the visuals that you can see was a Marathi-speaking woman that was abused by the MNS son's leader, and this is very concerning, in fact, a video that has come to the fore. Now shifting our focus in a major success for the security forces, Sodi Kana, top Maoist commander, was gunned down in an encounter in the National Park area of the Bijapur district. What we're learning is that he carried a reward of 8 lakh rupees on his head. 0.3 rifle, explosives and Maoist related materials were recovered from the spot, and this is definitely a big win for the security forces. Name of the person who has been killed and his photo you can see on the screen. That is the top Maoist commander that has been killed. His name is Sodi Kana. He has been gunned down in an encounter in the National Park area of the Bijapur district. He was carrying a reward of 8 lakh rupees on his head, and in fact several explosives have been recovered from him. Let me go across to my colleague Bharat, who joins us live on the broadcast with more details. Bharat, हमने देखा है फोटो हम दिखा रहे हैं इस टॉप माओइस्ट लीडर की, जिसको मार दिया गया है. एक्सप्लोजिव्स मिले हैं इनके पास से. काफी बड़ा विन है सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस का. हमें बताइए नेशनल पार्क बीजापुर में जहां ये सब हुआ, क्या कुछ हुआ वहां पे?
देखिए, ये नेशनल एरिया पार्क के अंतर्गत आता है। नेशनल एरिया पार्क यानी नक्सलियों का आरामदायक इलाका भी कहा जाता है, इसलिए अधिकतर जो लोग हैं, जो माओवादी हैं, बड़े कदर के माओवादी थे, उनकी मौजूदगी उस इलाके पे थी, जिसकी सूचना पुलिस को मिलती है। जब पुलिस को मिलती है, बरसात का समय है, बारिश हो रही है, मूसलाधार बारिश हो रही है, उसके बावजूद जो जवान है वो थकने का नाम नहीं ले रहे हैं, थमने का नाम नहीं ले रहे हैं, इसलिए उन्होंने एक एंटी नक्सल ऑपरेशन निकाला था। जिस इलाके पे माओवादी मौजूद थे, उनकी सूचना पे पुलिस उस इलाके पे निकलती है। पुलिस और माओवादियों के बीच में फायरिंग शुरू हो जाती है। पीएलजी बटालियन नंबर 1 यानी काफी मजबूत बटालियन नंबर 1 माना जाता है। कंपनी 2 के जो कमांडर हैं सोडी खन्ना, ये काफी मजबूत कैडर के नक्सली है। 8 लाख के इनामी नक्सली हैं। इनकी टोली की अगर बात की जाए तो वो ऐसे कैडर हैं जो बड़े बड़े घटनाओं को तब्दील में परिवर्तन किए हैं, ऐसे नक्सली ये कहा जाता है। ऐसे में इस नक्सलियों को पुलिस के जवानों ने ढेर किया है। बड़ी तादाद में जो इक्विपमेंट्स हैं वो बरामद किया गया है। 303 की अगर बात की जाए, एसएलआर की बात की जाए, या फिर जो इक्विपमेंट्स माओवादी इस्तेमाल करते हैं आमतौर पे जवानों को नुकसान पहुंचाने के लिए, तो स्वाभाविक सी बात है इन तमाम चीजों को डिस्प्यूज करके जवान अपने कब्जे में ले लिए हैं। बड़ी सफलता पुलिस के जवानों को देखने को मिल रहा है। 2 दिन से ऑपरेशन चल रही थी। लगातार ये कहा जा रहा था कि बड़ी संख्या में माओवादियों की मौजूदगी उस पूरे इलाके पे तैनात है, जिसके तर्ज पे ऑपरेशन चलाया गया था। बस्तर आईजीपी सुंदरराज ने इस पूरे घटनाक्रम की अगर बात की जाए, इस पूरे ऑपरेशन को पूरी निगरानी कर रहे थे पुलिस के उच्च अधिकारियों के द्वारा कि किस तरीके के हालात बन रही है, किस तरीके की परिस्थितियां उस इलाके पे बन रही है, क्योंकि वो इलाका इंद्रावती का कोर इलाका कहा जाता है, नेशनल पार्क इलाका कहा जाता है। उस इलाके पे बड़ी विषम परिस्थितियों में जो जवान है अपनी लोकेशन के साथ डटे हुए थे, माओवादियों के खिलाफ जो मोर्चा है वो संभाल रहे थे। जी,
Absolutely, a big win for the security forces there who were on a hunt for this Maoist commander that is now been nabbed. Thank you so much, Bharat, for tracking those details for us. Now shifting our focus to the state of Madhya Pradesh, violent clashes were reported during Muharram procession in Shahjahanpur is what we're learning, and the incident happened when a procession reached the Azad Chowk. There was a dispute that took place between the members of the same community that turned into a fight. The police deployed on the spot, took immediate action and brought the situation under control. Now those are the visuals that you can see on the screen. Those are the visuals from Shahjahanpur in Madhya Pradesh where there was a clash between people of the same community. There was a dispute that which then turned into a huge fight that you can see on the screen. They started fighting amongst each other. Police had to control the situation. In fact, what we're learning is that several people have been booked as far as this specific case is concerned. But remember, viewers, we've been getting you visuals not just from Madhya Pradesh but also from UP, Bihar and Jharkhand about the clashes that took place during the procession of Muharram. And you can see right here, these are the visuals coming in from MP Shahjahanpur. Let me go across to my colleague Satya Vijay, who's been tracking this story very closely. Satya Vijay, tell us what happened there on the ground, क्योंकि हमें पता चल रहा है कि एक ही कम्युनिटी के काफी लोगों के बीच में डिस्प्यूट हुआ, जिसके बाद एक काफी बड़ी फाइट हुई, पुलिस को इंटरवीन करना पड़ा। पर हम देख रहे हैं कि काफी स्टेट्स में मुहर्रम के प्रोसेशन के टाइम इसी तरह के क्लैशेस हो रहे हैं। इस पर्टिकुलर केस में क्या हुआ, हमें बताइए।
जी बिल्कुल, देखिए उज्जैन हो या शाजापुर हो या रतलाम हो, तमाम ऐसे जगह हैं मध्य प्रदेश है जहां पर कि मुहर्रम के जुलूस के दौरान विवाद की तस्वीरें सामने आ रही है। फिलहाल शाजापुर की बात करें तो वहां पर जुलूस में ही शामिल एक ही समुदाय के 2 गुटों में विवाद हुआ और ये विवाद की वजह बताई जा रही है कि जो इस जुलूस में, मुहर्रम के जुलूस में जो अखाड़ा होता है उसे घुमाने को लेकर जुलूस जो है विवाद शुरू हुआ। पहले बातचीत, फिर विवाद और फिर हाथापाई तक नौबत पहुंची, जिसके बाद पुलिस को मोर्चा संभालना पड़ा। पुलिस ने वहां पर बल प्रयोग किया, भीड़ को काबू किया, नहीं तो हालात और ज्यादा बेकाबू हो जाते, क्योंकि ये 2 जो गुट हैं वो उसी समाज से हैं, सेम कम्युनिटी के थे, जुलूस में शामिल होने आए थे। लेकिन जो अखाड़े और जो इस जुलूस का जो घोड़ा होता है उसको घुमाने को लेकर एक पक्ष कह रहा था इस दिशा से जाना है, दूसरा पक्ष दूसरी दिशा की बात कर रहा था। इसी बात पर पहले कहासुनी हुई और फिर हाथापाई की नौबत आ गई, जिसके बाद पुलिस, चूंकि मौके पर पुलिस मौजूद थी और ये 12 बजे से रात 5 बजे तक जुलूस निकलना था, लेकिन जब वहां पर विवाद हुआ, झगड़ा हुआ और मारपीट की नौबत आ गई, मारपीट होने भी लगी। इसके बाद पुलिस ने 2 बजे ही वहां का जुलूस खत्म कराया और शांति व्यवस्था कायम की। अब पुलिस का ये कहना है कि इसमें चूंकि सेम कम्युनिटी से दोनों पक्ष आते हैं, उन्होंने अभी तक किसी भी पक्ष ने एफआईआर नहीं की, इसलिए आरोपियों को डिटेन नहीं किया गया। अगर पुलिस के पास एफआईआर आती है या कोई पक्ष ये आरोप लगाता है मारपीट के, तो पुलिस आगे की वैधानिक कार्रवाई करेगी।
Absolutely. In Madhya Pradesh, violent clashes were not witnessed just in Shahjahanpur, as my colleague was pointed out, but also in Ujjain. Keep tracking those details. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. Now, shifting our focus to the state of Uttar Pradesh, as we've been telling you, not just in MP, but in UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, there have been clashes as far as the Muharram processions are concerned. Now, in Lakhimpur, what we're learning is that the clashes turned violent, and the locals and the eyewitnesses are saying that specific homes were targeted and stones were pelted on them. Well, there in the screen now you can see that is Lakhimpur in Uttar Pradesh, a very sensitive area where the mob targeted homes with in fact stones, and locals have in fact stated that this is the first time that such an incident has happened there.
सर कल लगभग 5 बजे शाम की बात है। ताजिया उधर सुनसरी से निकल के आया, हमारे घर के पीछे से निकलता है और कभी रखा ना गया। कल करीब 1.5 घंटे तक ताजिया रख के दिया गया, वहाँ से उठाया नहीं। हमारे गांव के प्रधान जी अब्दुल हसीब जी वो भी थे साथ में, और उसके बाद में
क्या नारे लगा रहे थे और पत्थर क्यों फेंकने लगे आपके घर पर?
ये पाउडर फेंका पहले हमारे घर पे, तो हम लोगों ने मना कि घर में क्यों फेंक रहे हो पाउडर। ये हमारे लड़के ने मना किया, ये पंकज को, तो जब मना करेंगे तो इनको पकड़ के खींच लिया और मारने लगे। तो हम लोग कह रहे ये क्या कर रहे हो, हम लोग जब दौड़े तब तक पत्थर चलने लगे।
बाहर चलते हैं, तस्वीरें और भी आपको दिखाते हैं। घर में बिखरा ये पूरा ईटा पत्थर देखिए, छत पर भी फैला हुआ ईटा। आइए छत पर चलते हैं, आपको हम तस्वीरें दिखाते हैं किस तरीके से छत पर सारा सामान बिखराया गया है। छत के ऊपर चल के देखने को हमें जो घर के मालिक है वो कह रहे हैं, और देखिए यहाँ पर कितने ईंटे पत्थर पड़े हैं, गुम्बे पड़े हैं, और ये बता रहे हैं, कहानी की बानगी बता रहे हैं कि किस अंदाज में डराने के लिए, धमकाने के लिए ये सब कुछ किया गया। यहाँ पर जो घर का सामान है वो भी टूटा हुआ दिखाई दे रहा है, घर के सामान को भी देखिए तोड़ दिया गया है। आप यहाँ पर आप बताएं अंकल, क्या किस तरफ से जा रहे थे?
ये इधर इससे जा रहे थे, पीछे से इधर से और ये इधर से पत्थर यहीं से फेंके गए, इधर से वहाँ से।
ये सारा पाउडर भी आपके घर के ऊपर बिखरा हुआ?
ये सर वहाँ तक सब पाउडर फेंका, वो वहाँ से सब पड़ा है सब। और ये पैनल टूट गया, देखो इस पे ईंटा लगा।
क्या नारेबाजी क्या कर रहे थे और उनकी मंशा क्या थी? ये पत्थरबाजी कर क्यों रहे थे?
ये केवल हिंदू मुस्लिम भड़काना चाहते थे।
आप लोग को डराने की कोशिश थी?
यहाँ हमारे घर से ये हिंदुओं का घर केवट का, इनके घर पे पत्थरबाजी, इनकी टीन टूट गई है, और वो वहाँ एक हिंदू का घर, वहाँ भी पत्थरबाजी, वहाँ भी उनके।
हम आपको जरा तस्वीरें एक बार फिर से दिखाते हैं और अंदाजा लगाइए कि किस तरीके से डराने की कोशिश की गई। कल के दिन इस गांव के हिस्से में ईंटे पत्थर छत पर भी बिखरे हुए हैं, और जरा ऊपर से ही नीचे आपको तस्वीर दिखाते हैं। एक फ्रेम, जो स्थानीय लोग हैं दरवाजे पर इकट्ठा हैं, डरे सहमे ये लोग हैं अपनी सुरक्षा को लेकर, और इन ईंटे पत्थरों को देखिए। ये ईंटे पत्थर घर पर जब फेंके गए, इस मंशा से फेंके गए कि लोगों को डराया जाए। ये बताइए, सुरक्षा को लेकर डर लग रहा है आप लोग को?
बिल्कुल सर, डर तो लग ही रहा है। जब इस पुलिस की मौजूदगी में ये हुआ है सर, तो डर तो लग ही रहा। वो देखो वहाँ दीवार की वो ऊपर
देखिए, टीन घर के सामने की दिखा रहे हैं, बाहर की तरफ अंदर की टीनें टूट चुकी हैं। जो पाउडर फेंका गया था, ये पाउडर क्या था और किस मंशा से?
पता नहीं सर क्या था ये पाउडर में, इसमें वहाँ से फेंक रहे, तो हम लोगों ने मना कि घर में हमारे मत फेंको, अपने उसमें फेंको।
नीचे उतरते हैं, जरा वहां भी चलकर देखते हैं, समझते हैं कि क्या मंशा थी। ये हिंदू आबादी जिस तरफ गांव की रहती है, बेहद डरी हुई ये आबादी है। सीढ़ियों पर भी आप देखेंगे गुम्मे के टुकड़े फैले हुए हैं, और जिस अंदाज में फेंके गए, लड़कों ने खुद अपने वीडियो बनाए, इंस्टाग्राम पे डाला है, अपना जो हनक दिखाने की कोशिश है, डराने की कोशिश है। घर के बाहर चलते हैं, आप बताइए, घर में मौजूद थी आप जब हमला हुआ?
जी, यहाँ पे थे, बच्चों को लेके। ये बहू ने यहाँ पे खेल रहे थे, जब पत्थर आने लगे तो बहू इधर लेके कमरे में बच्चों को बंद कर दिया।
डर पूरा परिवार डर गया होगा?
डर के लिए, और सब सारे लोग बाहर थे, ये हम दोनों लोग।
क्या नारेबाजी कर रहे थे ये लोग?
वो सब वही खेल रहे थे, पाउडर खेल रहे थे, और उधर से
पटाखे दगाने वाली बात आई। आपने कहा कि पटाखे दगा रहे थे, ये तो देखने को मिलता नहीं है।
हाँ, पटाखे कभी नहीं दगते हैं, ना ही यहाँ पे रुकते हैं। यहाँ पे आते थे और चले जाते थे, लेकिन 1 घंटे तक रखे रहे, और हम 1-1.5 घंटा हो गया, हमने देखा कि इतनी देर तो कभी नहीं रुकते थे। उसके बाद इन्होंने यहाँ से वो यही पाउडर फेंकना शुरू किया। यहाँ पे हम लोग अपने घर के पास बैठे थे, लगभग वहाँ से 30 मीटर की दूरी पे ये लोग झिल्लियों में उड़ा के हम लोगों घर पे फेंक रहे थे। जब हमने मना किया, नहीं सुना किसी ने, हम वहाँ पे जाके मना करने लगे तो 4-5 लोगों ने पीछे से आके हमको पकड़ लिया,
पीट दिया आपको?
हाँ।
अच्छा।
जब हमने मना किया, फिर भी वहाँ पे कोई प्रशासन नहीं बोला कुछ भी। बाद में बीच बराव कराए, और फिर वो लोग क्या किए, जैसे वहाँ ये हुआ लफड़ा तो वो लेके बढ़ाए ताजिया और फिर उसके बाद उधर से पत्थर
फेंकने लगे। घर में बच्चे भी थे आपके। मुख्यमंत्री से सुरक्षा के लिए मांग क्या कीजिएगा? योगी जी से कहिएगा।
हम तो चाहते हैं सभी लोगों की गिरफ्तारी हो, जितने लोग हैं जो दोषी हैं।
अब तक
अभी किसी की गिरफ्तारी नहीं हुई।
FIR कराई है? FIR आपने कराई है?
जी, आपके नाम
आपने FIR कराई है? क्या FIR में मांग की?
FIR में हमने कहा जितने दोषी हैं सभी लोगों को सजा होनी चाहिए, हमें कड़ी से कड़ी सजा, हमें न्याय मिलना चाहिए।
Now let's have a look at the top national stories in under 1 minute.
Bharat 1 Minute brought to you by Canara Bank. Together we can.
AIMIM chief Owaisi has questioned Election Commission's special intensive revision exercise ahead of the Bihar Assembly elections. Owaisi has questioned the timing of Election Commission and said that time must be given before conducting this revision. Meanwhile, TMC MP Mahua Moitra, RJD MP Manoj Jha have moved the top court to challenge the Election Commission's move. The top court is all set to hear this plea on July 10th.
आप इतने कम टाइम में एक्सरसाइज कैसे कर पाएंगे? बहुत टाइम कम है। SIR में भाई जो लोग जो अपना एड्रेस चेंज कर लिए उनको क्यों आप पूछ रहे हैं बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट? बीजेपी RSS बार बार ये भरम, ये झूठ फैलाती है कि यहाँ पर बांग्लादेश के लोग आ गए हैं। कहाँ है बताओ हमको।
And in Punjab, 3 miscreants riding a bike through petrol pump at a house in Adampur town of Jalandhar and damaged the house as well. Footage now access shows that how 3 unknown youth came on a motorcycle and fled after throwing bottles filled with petrol. Police has now launched an investigation into this matter, getting a reaction from the Bharatiya Janata Party on the prevailing law and order situation in Punjab. In fact, the terror attack in Pahalgam in April 2025 has found the mention on the world stage at the BRICS summit, the 17th edition in Brazil. Prime Minister Modi sent out a strong message to Pakistan on terrorism. And additionally, India is all set to sign a counter-terrorism agreement with Brazil. Here's more.
Kashmir's agony found a global platform at the BRICS summit in Brazil. The deadly terror attack in Pahalgam, which took several lives, was condemned by the BRICS nations. Prime Minister Modi delivered a pointed message to Pakistan that support to terror outfits won't be tolerated.
Look at the pair of, it's 34, it's very clear. One is, there is unanimous condemnation of all the leaders. I think you need to know that. And it also says that condemnation in all its manifestations, and including those who abet, who finance, and either openly, covertly or overtly, in both ways, it has been condemned. There is also reference to the cross-border movement of terrorists. It's also coming out very clearly, and the listing of terrorist groups. Then there is also a strong support for comprehensive convention on against international terrorism, which was India's formulation, India's initiative in the UN for a long time, as you know that. So the message is very clear for anyone who understands the dangers of terrorism and how it can be, how it needs to be condemned, tackled not by just us. There is a solidarity. There is a universal condemnation, which means all the countries are against it in any form. So that message is very clear to our neighbors.
And it didn't just end there. India's foreign policy stance was spelled out loud and clear. Prime Minister Modi is all set to sign a memorandum of understanding with Brazil on counter-terrorism cooperation.
After the talks, we are hoping to sign 4 agreements or /MOUs between the two countries, namely on renewable energy, counter-terrorism, agricultural research cooperation between ICAR, which is Indian Council for Agricultural Research, and Embrapa of Brazil, and also exchange and mutual protection of confidential information. these agreements have been finalized.
As global leaders huddled to discuss future roadmaps, India chose to talk tough on terror and made sure that the world listened.
And as Pakistan intensifies its strike in Waziristan, tribal protesters have stormed the streets. The people of Shewa in North Waziristan have united to raise their voice against Pakistan's military operation in the area. Slogans were raised rejecting this operation by Pakistan, and there in the visuals you can see massive protests there against the Pakistan army. These are the tribal protesters which have now stormed the streets. You can see thousands of people there on the streets raising slogans against the Pakistan military operation in the area, and this comes at a time when Pakistan has intensified the strikes in Waziristan. The tribal protesters there on the streets raising slogans against the Pakistani army, and these are the visuals coming in from Shewa area of North Waziristan, and all these people have united. They have come on the streets to raise their voice against Pakistan military operation in this area. Several slogans against the Pakistani military and the army was raised. Well, there on the screens, you can see these are the visuals coming in from the Shewa area of North Waziristan, where, as you can see, thousands of protesters, and those are the tribal protesters there. They have stormed the streets to raise slogans against the Pakistani army operation in the area. In fact, we have another breaking news coming in from the national capital. What we're learning is that Delhi High Court has dismissed the Turkish firm Celebi's petition. And what we're learning is that as far as this is concerned, the petition was filed by the Turkish ground handling and cargo operator, the Celebi Airport Services India, over cancellation of its security clearance by the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Remember, it was cancelled on May 15, 2025, right after the Pahalgam terror attack and also Operation Sindoor. And it was cancelled, giving the ground of national security. And now it is a big blow to this Turkish firm, as now Delhi High Court has dismissed the petition filed by it, challenging the revocation of the security clearance by the Union government. Remember, as I told you, May 15th, earlier this year, in fact, security clearance was cancelled by the Ministry of Civil Aviation on the grounds of national security. After that, the firm approached the Delhi High Court seeking revocation of the security clearance by the Union government. Let me go across to Rhythm Bhardwaj, who joins us live on the broadcast with more details. Do tell us about this case, because this is a big blow to this Turkish firm.
It's not the first time. In several courts, even in the Bombay High Court, Turkish-based company Celebi Airport Services had filed a plea challenging the revocation of the security clearance by the government of India. The big blow coming in for the Turkish-based company Celebi. The Delhi High Court has dismissed this plea challenging the revocation of the security clearance. We saw in the court had earlier also stated that they are going to be seeing what happens. They moved the Madras High Court, they had moved the Bombay High Court, and now in Delhi, after this big move where they challenged everything before them, the court has said in 10-15 minutes, Justice Datta says, I shall be uploading the judgment also. Now, this is a big blow to them. We remember senior advocate Mukul Rohatgi appeared for them before the court in Delhi and had given out long arguments as to how this had happened, and the security clearances had been taken from them by them earlier. But this news came after the Pahalgam attack in April 22. Very, very clear directions had been given to them and to the government when the Delhi High Court was to deliver this verdict. I also want to tell our viewers, Justice Sachin Datta on 23rd of May had reserved this verdict. Celebi is a company that used to oversee the ground handling and cargo terminal functions at various airports. But I want to tell our viewers, appearing for the central government, the Solicitor General, Mr. Tushar Mehta, had said that unprecedented threat was there in aviation security. Senior counsel Mukul Rohatgi, who appeared for Celebi, had said the centre's move was against principles of natural justice and against airport security rules. He said the DGCA security have ought to given the petitioners a hearing. However, remember, on the 19th of May, the centre had said the decision to revoke the clearance was taken in national security in light of the inputs that continuing the security and the services of the Celebi company would be hazardous in the current scenario. Celebi operated in the Indian aviation sector for 15 years. However, the security clearance to the company was given in 2022, but after the Operation Sindoor, it had been taken away and back. This judgment was very critical. The Delhi High Court had been set to deliver this verdict. They have delivered a big blow to Celebi, and I'm also sure this will be acting as a ripple effect because Celebi has also filed petitions in the Bombay High Court and the Madras High Court, challenging the security clearance that has been cancelled by the union government on the 7th of July. The Turkish-based ground handling and cargo operations company had challenged the central government's move, but the Delhi High Court bench has now dismissed it. And I also remember in the hearing, Celebi argued that the company's security clearance was decision to scrap this was after Pahalgam, the central government had said, and it also had given out great details before the court, but Solicitor General had said that the centre has plenary powers, absolute powers when it comes to protecting the country's national security. We all remember Turkey had sided with Pakistan, and that being the basis, the court had been told the decision came among the growing demand for boycotting the firm headquartered in Istanbul in Turkey, the country that sided with Pakistan during the escalated tensions with India during Operation Sindoor. After that furor, Celebi had refuted claims of a link to the Turkish president, but they have now got this big blow from the Delhi High Court, which has said that whatever challenges before them, they will have to now stop all practices.
Absolutely. Big blow to the Turkish firm. Their security clearance will remain suspended as of now. Thank you so much for all the details. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this. And with this, we're taking a very short break. We'll be right back with much more details on the stories that we are tracking very closely for you. Coming up next on the other side, we'll tell you about how Pakistani spy Jyoti Malhotra was invited by Kerala government for tourism campaign. And this is what has come to the fore through RTI. We'll tell you about the message that China has issued for India, saying reincarnation of the Dalai Lama is inherently an internal affair. This and much more on the other side. Stay with us.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार, विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
Donald Trump in first attempt, when the first part of his presidency in 2017, he has come out with the tax breaks. And he has announced that he wants to boost the American economy.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
中国政府实行宗教信仰自由政策，颁有宗教事务条例和藏传佛教活佛转世管理办法，依法保护活佛转世这一传承方式。
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
A very good afternoon, viewers. It's 3 p.m. and you're watching Republic TV. I'm Deepak Suresh Kumar, and Rana's explosive admissions have now exposed Pakistan's hidden hands in the 26/11 attacks. We'll get you all that and much more after a quick check on the headlines. Big revelation by Tahawwur Rana. Sources say he admits that he was a trusted agent of Pakistan Army. Delhi High Court dismisses petition filed by Turkey-based ground handling company Celebi Aviation challenging the revocation of its security clearance. Clashes reported during religious procession in several states. In Lakhimpur, stones were pelted on Hindu homes. Pakistani spy Jyoti Malhotra was invited by Kerala government for tourism campaign, reveals RTI. China issues a message for India, says reincarnation of Dalai Lama inherently an internal affair. Youth brutally assaulted in Bengaluru over relationship dispute, actor Darshan's case referenced. Tollywood actor Mahesh Babu gets legal notice for endorsing alleged real estate scam worth 34 lakh rupees and misleading the buyers. Viewers, we have some big breaking news coming in. Viewers, this one from Ratlam. After videos of burning of the banner of Hindu Rashtra during Muharram procession in Sailana town went viral. In protest, Hindu organizations shut down Sailana town and demanded strict action against all those perpetrators. The incident happened during Muharram procession. Banners were burnt while making fire stand in Muharram arena. And this is the protest in response to a banner of Hindu Rashtra being burnt openly during a religious procession. The video has gone viral, sparking massive outrage. Hindu organizations have shut down the town, streets flooded with protesters, and Sailana is now on the edge with heavy police deployment on ground as the situation turns volatile. We also have Satya Vijay joining us live on this broadcast. Satya Vijay, tell us what's happening on ground zero. The Hindu organizations have erupted in protest after the banner was burnt. Tell us more. Well, we'll get Satya Vijay back with us, but these are the pictures of the Hindu group staging a protest after a banner of Hindu Rashtra was burnt openly during a religious procession. And the video, this particular video, has gone viral and has also sparked massive outrage, with Hindu organizations now shutting down the town, protesting on the streets, and Sailana is witnessing heavy police deployment on ground as the situation is now spiraling into complete chaos. This is the Sailana town that we are talking about, where a video of a few individuals burning the Hindu Rashtra banner during a religious procession went viral. And this video that went viral on social media sparked massive outrage, with Hindu groups now protesting on the streets, demanding action against those perpetrators. Satya Vijay is joining us live. Satya Vijay, what's happening on ground zero? Hindu groups have started protesting against that viral video. Tell us what is happening on ground zero as far as the protest is concerned.
जी हाँ, बिल्कुल। देखिए, मध्य प्रदेश में मुहर्रम के जुलूस के दौरान अलग अलग तस्वीरें सामने आ रही हैं, विवादित तस्वीरें सामने आ रही हैं। उज्जैन में हमने दिखाया कि किस तरह निर्धारित रूट से अलग हटकर घुसने की कोशिश की मुहर्रम के जुलूस के दौरान। उसके बाद शाजापुर और अब रतलाम के सैलाना से जो तस्वीर आई है वो काफ़ी गंभीर मामला है। वीडियो वायरल हुआ है साफ तौर पर मुहर्रम के जुलूस के दौरान। वहाँ पर जो कि एक हिंदू राष्ट्र का बैनर लगा हुआ था और इसी जुलूस में शामिल लोग जो कि अखाड़े करते हैं, जो कि स्टंट दिखाते हैं, उन्होंने जानबूझकर जो आग का गोला है वो छोड़ा, जिसकी वजह से हिंदू राष्ट्र का जो बैनर था वो जल गया, वो झुलस गया। और इसी के बाद आज रतलाम के सैलाना में लोगों का विरोध देखने को मिला। लोग एकजुट हुए, लोगों ने सड़कों पर जाम किया, हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ते हुए विरोध प्रदर्शन किया। और इन लोगों की साफ तौर पर मांग ये है कि जिसने भी इस हिंदू राष्ट्र के बैनर को जलाने की कोशिश की है, मुहर्रम के जुलूस में शामिल जो भी लोग थे जिन्होंने ये करतूत की है, हिंदू राष्ट्र का जो बैनर है उसे आग के हवाले करने की कोशिश की है, उनके खिलाफ सख्त एक्शन हो। इसीलिए तमाम लोग वहाँ पर जुटे, चक्का जाम किया और हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ते हुए अपना विरोध दर्ज कराया। और उनकी मांग है पुलिस प्रशासन से कि जल्द से जल्द जो आरोपी हैं जिन्होंने इस करतूत को अंजाम दिया है उनके खिलाफ कठोर कार्रवाई की जाए, वरना और बड़ा विरोध प्रदर्शन देखने को वहां मिलेगा।
Right, Satya Vijay, as far as the crackdown is concerned, have any individuals been arrested? Right, it seems like we lost the connection, but these are the pictures coming in from MP, where ruckus was witnessed during a religious procession. Now, shifting our focus to Maharashtra, viewers, Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Nirupam has slammed MNS after a video of a leader's son hurling abuses at a Marathi-speaking woman went viral on social media. A Maharashtra Navnirman Sena leader's son, drunk, half-naked, hurling filthy abuses at a Marathi-speaking woman, brazenly flaunting his father's political power, as claimed by Sanjay Nirupam in his explosive tweet. He has said that the very party that claims to defend Marathi pride is now caught shaming it. These are the pictures. This is the video. There you can see the man who is seated inside his car is an MNS leader's son who is hurling abuses, insulting a woman publicly, a Marathi-speaking woman, and the Shiv Sena has now caught on to this. It is slamming MNS. We have Satya Prakash joining us live. Satya Prakash, tell us more about this video that has gone viral. An MNS leader's son is caught hurling abuses at a Marathi-speaking woman, and that too in an intoxicated state.
देखिए दीपक, ये जो वीडियो है जावेद शेख है जो कि मनसे के नेता हैं, उनके बेटे राहिल शेख का है वीडियो। और ये वीडियो में साफ तौर से दिख रहा है किस तरह से जो राजश्री मोरे हैं जो कि मराठी हैं और यहीं रहती हैं, और जो विवाद हुआ कि कहीं न कहीं जो राहिल शेख है वो कार को टक्कर मारते हैं। इसके बाद जो राजश्री है कहीं राजश्री के साथ काफ़ी देर तक वाद विवाद होता है, और सारा वीडियो जो है राजश्री ने रिकॉर्ड कर लिया है। और वीडियो में साफ तौर से दिख रहा है किस तरह से जावेद शेख जो कि उनका बेटा राहिल शेख किस तरह से धौस दिखा रहा है, अपने बाप के ऊपर कह रहा है कि जाके पुलिस स्टेशन कंप्लेन कर दो, जो भी करना कर लो। कहीं न कहीं जिस तरह से ये मनसे के नेता जावेद शेख का बेटे का ये जिस तरह से कारनामा सामने आया है, जिस तरह वीडियो सामने आया है, कहीं लोग सवाल खड़े कर रहे हैं कि जो मराठी और हिंदी भाषी का लोग विवाद चला, तो कहीं मराठी जो मुलगी है उसके साथ ही मराठी के लोग इस तरह से कर रहे हैं। कहीं नेता होने का ताकत दिखाया जा रहा है। और बार बार इस वीडियो में साफ तौर से दिख रहा है किस तरह से राहिल धमका रहा है। फिलहाल पुलिस ने मामला दर्ज कर लिया है और मामले की जांच चल रही है। वहीं राजश्री ने वीडियो को ट्वीट किया है और सवाल खड़ा किया है कि मराठी जो मुलगी है, मराठी बेटी के साथ इस तरह से मराठी लोग कर रहे हैं, और मराठी नेता जो मराठी होने का दावा करते हैं, बड़े नेता माने जाते हैं, उनके नेता इस तरह से कर रहे हैं मराठी लोगों के साथ। जी
Satya Prakash, also tell us whether any action has been taken against this leader's son, because this is really shocking. He's flaunting his father's credentials, saying that I'm an MNS leader's son. Do whatever you want. He's hurling abuses in a half-naked state. Tell us more, Satya Vijay, as far as any crackdown, any detention, what has happened?
देखिए दीपक, फिलहाल पुलिस जांच कर रही है क्योंकि वीडियो सामने आया। इसके बाद कहीं कहीं जो पॉलिटिकल पार्टियां कहीं लगातार सवाल खड़े कर रही कि आखिर कैसे ही जावेद शेख जो कि मनसे के नेता हैं और उनका बेटा राहिल शेख जिस तरह से कहीं कहीं ये बदतमीजी किया है महिला के साथ, उसके बाद कहीं के लोग मनसे पार्टी पर सवाल खड़ा कर रहे हैं कि मराठी को लेकर जिस तरह से विवाद है महाराष्ट्र में हिंदी और मराठी को लेकर, और मराठी मुर्गी मतलब मराठी बेटी के साथ इस तरह से बिहेव किया जा रहा है, तो कहीं के लोग सवाल खड़े कर रहे हैं। फिलहाल पुलिस का कहना है कि इस मामले को लेकर जांच कर रहे हैं और जिस तरह से वीडियो आ रहा है वीडियो को पूरी तरह से जांच किया जा रहा है, और जिस तरह से गाली दे रहा है राहिल, तो कहीं कहीं जो दूसरी पॉलिटिकल चाहे बीजेपी हो चाहे शिवसेना शिंदे गुट हो, सभी लोग सवाल खड़े कर रहे हैं कि एक मराठी नेता का बेटा इस तरह से मराठी लड़की के साथ बदतमीजी करते हुए वीडियो जो सामने आया, कहीं कहीं कड़ी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। दीपक।
Right, Satya Prakash, thank you for joining us with those insights. In fact, this is the video of an MNS leader's son harassing a Marathi-speaking woman, and Sanjay Nirupam has asked a very, very tough question. Is MNS soft on Muslim appeasement while targeting Hindus? And this is a massive political storm that's brewing. And this is the very party that claims to defend Marathi pride is now caught shaming it, viewers, and that too in public glare. Look at the MNS leader's son, half naked, abusing a Marathi-speaking woman and also flaunting his father's credentials. This is a Mumbai VVIP brat caught on cam, shaming the very language that his father's party, claims to protect. And the video has gone viral. The investigation is currently underway, but so far, no statement has come in from the MNS. Well, this is MNS leader's son who was seen harassing a woman late last night, and the video has gone viral on social media. There you can see this is MNS leader's son there, shirtless, half naked, abusive, drunk, intoxicated, and his video has gone viral with netizens now expressing outrage against MNS. And this is the VVIP brat whose video is now on your screens, viewers. And in this video, you can see how he is seen abusing the woman. And this is a verbal altercation that has gone viral. We also have Sanjay Nirupam, who is joining us on the phone line. Sanjay Nirupam, a very good afternoon to you, sir. How do you look at this video, sir, of an MNS leader's son? You know, MNS, which often claims that it is protecting Marathi pride, now shaming it. The video is out. Your response, sir.
बेहद ऑब्जेक्शनेबल वीडियो है, और जिस तरीके से उस वीडियो में दिखाया जाता है कि मनसे के कोई तो एक उपाध्यक्ष हैं, उनका बेटा दारू पी के नशे में धुत अदनंगा पड़ा हुआ है, और वो एक मराठी लड़की की गाड़ी से पहले टक्कर मारता है और उसके बाद उसको गालियां देता है और बाद में अपने बाप के नाम को फ्लॉन्ट करता है। तो इस तरह की जो हरकतें मनसे के लोग करते हैं, उससे एक ही बात साबित होती है जो मैं बार बार कहता हूं कि मनसे के लोगों का मराठी भाषा के मान सम्मान से कोई लेना देना नहीं है। मराठी भाषा के नाम पर ये महज गुंडागर्दी करते हैं। तो चंद गुंडों का एक संगठन है, एक्सटॉर्शनिस्ट जो होते हैं ना, जो हफ्ताखोरी वाले लोग होते हैं, ऐसे लोगों का संगठन है। उस महिला ने उस वीडियो में ये भी बताया है कि उसने कुछ नॉन महाराष्ट्रियन लोगों को सपोर्ट कर दिया था, इसकी वजह से मनसे के लोग 200 लोग उसके ऑफिस को लेकर घेर गए थे और उसके ऑफिस पे आ गए थे। तो उसने उस मराठी लड़की ने बहुत अच्छे ढंग से समझाया कि तुम जबरदस्ती लोगों को जो मराठी भाषा सिखलाने के लिए गुंडागर्दी कर रहे हो, उसको बंद करो, ये नहीं चलेगा। और उसके बाद सच्चाई ये निकल के आती है कि ये ऐसी दारू पी के आवारागर्दी करते चलते हैं और मराठी महिलाओं को भी नहीं छोड़ते हैं। तो ये जब मराठी महिलाओं को नहीं छोड़ते हैं तो अब इनसे क्या उम्मीद की जा सकती है? कौन से ये नॉन महाराष्ट्र लोगों को क्या सिखलाने जा रहे हैं? कौन से मराठी सिखलाने की जिद कर रहे हैं? तो ऐसे लोगों को नहीं बख्शा जाएगा। मुंबई और महाराष्ट्र की सड़कों पे जो गुंडागर्दी चल रही है, इस गुंडागर्दी को बर्दाश्त नहीं किया जा सकता। मुख्यमंत्री जी ने साफ साफ घोषणा कर दी है और एक संदेश है पुलिस वालों के लिए कि भाषा के नाम पर गुंडागर्दी कतई बर्दाश्त नहीं होगी, और ये गुंडागर्दी जो करेगा उसके खिलाफ कानूनन सख्त कार्रवाई की जाएगी और की जा रही है। मेरा रोड में भी उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई की गई और इनके ये जो सज्जन है इनके खिलाफ भी बहुत बढ़िया से कार्रवाई होगी अभी।
Well, Mr. Nirupam, your party's alliance is in power in Maharashtra. Any action is being initiated against this VVIP brat?
Against whom?
against this MNS leader's son.
Yes,
is there any action?
Action has to be taken. Action will be taken against that gentleman. The FIR has been already lodged, and after that FIR, under this new system of BNS, whatever section is required, the section will be imposed, and accordingly, he will be either arrested or he will be asked to give bond, and then the charge sheet will be filed in the court, and the court will take the cognizance of the charge sheet and take action and give the final punishment to that boy.
Sir, in your tweet, if I could just mention an excerpt where you've said that, are these the same MNS people attacking Hindus under the pressure of Muslims? If you could elaborate on this for our viewers.
हाँ, मेरा इलेबोरेशन ये है कि हमने बार-बार यही पूछा था मेरा रुख की घटना के बाद कि आपको इतना ज्यादा मराठी भाषा लोगों से बुलवाने की अगर इतनी ज्यादा आपको जिद है, तो जरा मुस्लिम इलाकों में जाइए, डोंगरी में जाइए, भेटी बाजार में जाइए, भाईखला में जाइए, नल बाजार में जाइए, और वहाँ के मुस्लिम लोगों को बोलिए ना कि तुम उर्दू में बात मत करो, मराठी बात करो। देखो कितने लोग बात करते हैं। अगर किसी को थप्पड़ मार के दिखाओ तो अब समझ में आ रहा है कि इनके जो ऑफिस बेयरर्स हैं वो भी इसी तरह के मुस्लिम हैं, और शायद इन मुसलमानों के दबाव में राज ठाकरे के लोग हिंदुओं पर हमला कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि प्राइमरीली ये हिंदुओं पे हमला करते हैं, चाहे वो बैंक में चले जाएं या फिर डीमार्ट के शोरूम में चले जाएं या फिर किसी वॉचमैन को पकड़ लें या फिर जोधपुर स्वीट के मालिक को पकड़ लें। तो द वे दे हैव बीन अटैकिंग हिंदूज, somehow I have a apprehension that whether it's all being done under the pressure of their own Muslim leadership.
Right, Mr. Nirupam, thank you for joining us with those insights. Well, that was Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Nirupam, who had posted that tweet with this video calling out the MNS and calling out the VVIP entitlement of this Mumbai brat who was seen half naked, intoxicated, abusive, and his video has gone viral, and he has said, Sanjay Nirupam has said that action will be taken because an FIR has already been launched. Moving on, viewers, the hidden hands have been exposed. The terror link is now out. Tahawwur Rana has made some sensational revelations before the Mumbai Police's crime branch. And during the interrogation, Tahawwur Rana has said that he was indeed in Mumbai when the attacks took place. He was also trained by LET, and he is also a very, very crucial